Good morning to all those in the East Coast and also on the West Coast. Good morning of US. Everybody in the Philippines, good evening. How you guys doing? Welcome back to another live stream. Now, today I'm getting into this. Now, this is going to be the 10 types of guys that should marry a Filipina. First, let me say what's up to some of you guys. Peter Wong, how you doing? Peter Wong, hello J and K. How you doing, Peter Wong? Derek Will, I don't know what's going on with my camera. There we go. All right, so now I see Garrett Austin. How you doing, man? Good morning to all. He's saying what's up to everybody. Dante Ellis, how you doing? Men's Daily Advice and Encouragement Channel. And Kay, why are you looking at me like that? How you doing? It's not clear? Oh, the camera's not clear. Oh, I think I know what's going on. How is it now? It's blurry, right? Is it better now? It's double video? How was it double video? Not double video. Okay, it's fine. So the professor was going on. G Money. Also, we got in Viet Place. How you doing? Yeah, guys. So I see Sergio as well. How you doing, Sergio? We also have Hope in the Philippines. What's going on, brother? House of Haas in here. Katie Timon, Christopher Coleman. How you doing? We also have Irish Traveler. So thank you guys for joining me today. Now I'm going to get into this. Now I'm going to get started right off the bat, just in case there's someone that may be watching this on playback. So I got to get right into this. And I see what you're saying, kid. It's still blurry, right? All right, that should be a little better, hopefully. If not, I got to go with it right away. It's fine. It's fine. So now, the thing men want now in the West, everybody knows what happens in the West. Now, this is especially for you guys that are brokenhearted in the West. I think you should definitely come to the Philippines and get with a Filipino. I think you should definitely get a Filipino. Now, for those guys that are brokenhearted, you do have to be careful because there are Filipinas that will break your heart. I was actually had a guy recently send me some information on YouTube talking about a Filipino that broke his heart, and I'm gonna get into that. I'm gonna actually do a video on it because it was a crazy situation, but he came here looking for the wrong thing. But for you guys that are brokenhearted, the Philippines is gonna be what you want. I'm telling you, because like I said before, and I hate to say it again, but it's true. Of course, we already know Filipinos are love doctors, right? Irish Travel said Black Filipino TV. Good afternoon from Dublin, Ireland. Okay, thanks for coming in from Ireland. Tony Anderson, I see you, brother. Also, Mark Richard, how you doing? But yeah, guys, like I said, Filipinos, they're love doctors, and what happens is it happened with me. When you're coming from the West, like I'll explain. I had a problem, and this can happen with a Filipino too. So look out. I had a problem with my ex, you know, with Facebook. Facebook, social media. Social media is a killer of a relationship. It even happens to guys here in the Philippines. But what happens is Facebook has damaged women, especially in the West. In the Philippines too, but in the West, it's damaged women. Like, well, what happened with me is with my exes. That's how guys pop up. Guys from the past pop up right into Facebook. Like Facebook is danger, man. That was the one for me that I hated when I was dealing with a woman in the West was Facebook. You know, and it was always like a old friend would pop up out of nowhere, and it even happened in times where, and I blamed it on a woman because it's like, okay, you know, get rid of this dude. But really, it shouldn't have been Facebook at all. Facebook can damage a relationship, but it did it to me. It can be damaging a relationship in the Philippines. But that was what did it for me was, and then when I dated woman, my lady in the Philippines, which is who I'm with now, it was just night and day. It was night and day. She let everything be known. I knew everything going on with her, and The thing with Filipinas too is that you have to look out. Like a lot of guys get a Filipina sometimes, and this is the bad situation where they'll have, you know, 5, 6 Facebook accounts, and they'll think nothing of it. You have to be careful of that. You know, that's dangerous. But yeah, that's what happened with me. Was what I noticed was I was brokenhearted. I didn't feel I could trust a woman. Don't get me wrong. I had no problem getting women in the West, right? But I was a changed man. You know, I wasn't looking to just bang random woman anymore. That's easy. That's easy for a guy to do. You know, I was looking to settle down. A lot of you guys are. So I say, if you guys looking to settle down, you know, and looking for a woman you can trust, definitely the Philippines. Also, you know, a woman that's affectionate, that goes right hand in hand with a woman that you're looking for that is actually brokenhearted. You want a woman that's affectionate. Filipinas, super affectionate. I know some of you guys already know. You know, I would love to hear some of you guys' stories too about some of you guys that have Filipinos, how affectionate they are. Jay Maverick Show, what's going on? Jay Maverick said, "Good morning, happy Father's Day to all." Yes, happy Father's Day to all of you guys. Happy Father's Day. And so, what's going on? Link, how you doing? Clarence 007, what's up? Also, we got who else in the house? Yeah, and yeah, congratulations to Will too. He's made it to Cebu and to his lady. Yeah, congratulations on that. And you know, I know he right now he's probably sleeping, but I wouldn't mind had him on. You know, and I want some of you guys to come up later just to talk about the situations that happened from what you dealt with over there in the states or in the past. You know, I want some of you guys to come up and talk about it too. Because my thing was the affectionate. You know, like today was Father's Day. Every day there is a Filipino is gonna surprise you, especially when you're with them. You know, and they even try when it's online. But since I've been here, every time a day hits, I don't even know how she does it. It's just out of nowhere. You know, she's being affectionate. You know, loves and kisses, and want to hold hands all the time. That's Filipinas. That's Filipinas to a T. You know, and that's what I love is when women are affectionate. And what's happening is back where I'm from, you still have some women that are affectionate, but it's dying. It's a dying breed. It's really a dying breed. Nate Callie, what's going on? He said, "Good morning, Jay. Happy Father's Day to you and your fam." Yeah, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. I'm about to call my son in a little while after the live because I know he probably called me. And Garrett said, hit the like button. Thanks a lot for that, Garrett. Yeah, and the same to all the fathers. I feel the same way too. And that's the thing. A woman that's affectionate, you know, a lot of times guys are missing that back in the West, out where I'm from. You know, that's dying. Women just want to get beat down as far as boom, 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 boom. They're getting harder than dudes. That's what's happening. You know, women are harder than dudes. Like that's a woman respected. And I knew me being out in New York, you know, most of the times I didn't even have to really. I didn't take women on dates. Women didn't care about dates. It was crazy because the guys that were taking women on dates were the guys that were looking at like punks, you know, and women just wanted to get smashed down. Facts. Pretty woman, all women wanted to get smashed down. It's even like that in the Philippines. You even find women like that, but still, you know, yeah, NYC was the worst for dating, but it was the best for smashing for me. You know, it was the best for smashing, and there was no affection. You know, you tell a woman I love you, she look at you like you crazy, and you definitely can't be the first one to I love you a woman. You know, she look at you like you crazy. Like that's the day. That's the start of the end of your relationship. You know. And so Link said, "Yeah, I just listened to a seriously smart woman, but she's on a rant about all men are not worth dating. She met one of the wrong one of us, not knowing what a man by or a guy is, got hurt. Yeah, I know that does happen. But you know what it is? Women, they don't take men seriously like when men are nice. You know, like I was looking at a video over about a week ago, and there's this guy. He was he was in the I think Navy, and he was a physicist. You know, nuclear physicist. And what happened was, I felt he was over validating himself for the woman. Like they had that show, the Pineapple Show, and it's where guys over validate themselves for women, right? And what happened was, I understood what the woman was saying. I understood what she was saying because she was like, I don't like. He didn't have any personality, and he did it because women, they don't understand. Oh, you know, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. She automatically put her defenses up and was like, okay, you too much for me. You know, and when he wasn't doing any flirting at all, she didn't care about personality. She said, I want to go a guy with personality. She wanted a guy that was going to flirt with her. Because women like that. If a guy knows how to flirt and he's flirting with her the whole time, because usually that's when you're having a first date with a woman in the West and you know how to flirt without being, you know, too much. That's going to get him to open up. And right after the first date, you got a chance of smashing, you know? And so let me see what he said. He said, "We are Penn State 76. It's a show in the states right now. Almost every woman is an ice queen. All kind facts, all kinds facts, and it's true. And it's funny because I was out there, right? And I was out there in Pennsylvania staying with my cousin, and I was on it like, of course I know how it is out there, but I was like, bro, because he was out there by himself, alone in the house, and he really wasn't talking to women like that. He went through a bad breakup with his lady, and you know, I was like, cuz you need to talk to women. So I was talking to women in the street for him, trying to introduce him to women. And it was crazy. And I got it. I understood it because I talked to a woman and then she was gonna have like, I don't want him, I want you. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because he's bigger than me and everything. Me, I'm 5'6", 5'7" on a good day. My cousin's 6 feet, you know, probably more handsome than I am. He's not an ugly dude, he's handsome. And I think because of the way my approach was, she didn't want him. She was looking at me like, I don't want him. Like, what's up with you? You know? And she said that without saying so many words. You know, a woman can give you that look. Like because I came up to her like, you know, um, are you single? My cousin wanna see what's up. And then I didn't say it just like that, but I said it in so many words. And she was like, you bold. And then my cousin was just out of it, you know, because I was the one, and I kept telling him like, you know, cuz you got to be out here and you got to talk. But still, I feel him because men are not talking nowadays. But what happened with this guy in this show, right, was he actually over validated himself because he was like, oh yeah, I did this, and then I got bored of doing this, and then I became a nuclear physicist, and it was on the Pineapple Show, and I should have downloaded the video for you guys so we could watch it together. And I see it all the time on these channels with men going at feminists, right? And so I seen it and I'm sitting there like, I tell you where he messed up at. I said already he's validating himself too much, and that's how it is out there. The ice queens, you said it right. We are Penn State. The ice queens, and he was caught up. Oh, I'm doing this and I'm doing that, and he was old school. You know, old school. You know, a woman wants to know what you're about. He was not even spitting game, but he was talking like he was back in 1965. You know, even earlier than that, because even 1960s, that's when the feminism was starting, and it started getting crazy. But even way before then, probably 1950, 1940, that's how he was talking. And the woman was like, "Oh, boring, pineapple," and pineapple was like, "Go to the next guy," and she went on to the next guy. But there's no affection, so that's dying. So men want that. Men want that. Men are looking for affectionate women. That's why men, any man looking for affectionate woman, I suggest the Filipina, and also femininity, and that goes along with the affectionate, but it's still different. You know, where femininity is just like I was saying, right? The woman ice queens. That's a man's job is to be cold as ice, not a woman's job. A woman's job is to be affectionate and to be feminine. You know, not to be like a dude. Women nowadays over in the West are literally all about sex. It's been like that for a while. Actually, it's been like that for years. And little girls were coming up, just throwing it all out, man. I mean, I've seen it from girls since I was young. I know you guys remember, right? I mean, you've seen it from girls out in the States since you were, what, 15, 16 years old? They said he was a Navy SEAL, doctor's astronaut. Yeah. So you seen it then. You seen it then. So you seen it then. And so Link said, House Hot said, bad boys versus bravado male. Yeah. American society is set up for a relationship to fail. It's true. It really is. She wasn't his type. No, it wasn't that. She wasn't his type. I'll tell you why she wasn't his type, Jason Baz. Because he wasn't doing what other guys do. Like, for instance, there's one guy, his name is, I seen his channel, but he's a young guy, he's very smooth. His name is, I forgot the name of his channel. But he actually goes on a Pineapple Show too, and he's the complete opposite of that guy. That was a naval physicist, right? The Navy physicist. He is a very smooth dude who women get nervous around. That's how smooth he is, And the way he talks, and every time I see him, I'm like, this dude is good. If he was like that, it would have been a different story. But who is the right man for him? For right now, the guy that smooth is. But for the future, of course, that guy that's in the Navy. And it's funny because the girl had to been probably what, 26, 27. I give her 5 to 6 years. She was like, man, where's that guy at now? You know. But that's the thing, though, is that out here, if a man is tired of that, I say that man should come out here to find a woman that's feminine, you know, and that's a woman that's. Don't get me wrong, you still got women that are masculine here too. I'm not saying it's 100%, and it's not 100% there in the States. I have to say that for people that may be watching. Sometimes women say we're watching, oh no, you're saying everyone. I'm not saying everyone. I'm not saying everyone. I'm saying most. Just like here, most is going to be good. There, most is going to be bad. But yeah, femininity. Not an ice queen. A woman that's affectionate. Also, I think a guy should come here if he's looking for a woman that's fun to be with. Fun to be with. Not every Filipino is like that, but I think a guy should have that because that's what I found anyway. I'll talk about me. I found a woman that's fun to be with. Everything is always a joke, but not a joke. You know what I mean, guys? It's like sense of humor is always around, and it's true. Let me see what Link said. Link said smashing is a part of a fool's game. Respectful speaking to the man within. I meant boy, not but Jay. That was a type of mistake. However, there are soul ties out there, and if we are smart, we should be wise. So yeah, and women don't understand that too. Women don't understand those soul ties with putting different men inside of you. It's different with men, and it's something a woman said. Even Kay said it before, and it's sure I've heard women say it in the past. When a man is in you, he's in you. It's a little different with us. We're outer. A woman is inner. So when a woman's taking men in them and they letting men come in them, they're actually taking men's different energy in them, and it's different. So you got so many women out in the West, even women in the Philippines too. Don't be wrong, but you got most women out in the West walking around with bad energy because they got so many men coming up in them, you know, and they don't know why they like that. They don't know why they can't stay in a relationship because just off that alone. So, woman fun to be with is one thing, and also another thing is the relationships just last longer. The woman here, relationships just last longer. And the crazy thing is what women are going through in the Philippines. A lot of women are going through players. Like I was just watching. Kay was just telling me about this guy. I forgot what her name was. What was her name, Kay? Zaraki or something like that. The woman that had the bad boy Philippines guy. Skastaki. Casta, whatever. He has. Talking about the girl. What's her name? Sevi. She has like 13 million subscribers. She's on you. Some of you guys probably know when I said her name, but she got a bad boy, and it's crazy because that's what the young Filipinos here want. They want that, but they have no idea 5 years down the line, and this is what happens. This is what I hate that happens here. Then they get pregnant, and then a lot of times look for you guys coming here to save them. And I'll even talk about that at a later time. So, because that's actually not good. So I'll talk about that in later time, another video. But relationships, they do last longer, and what's happening is like what I explained with what happened with that guy and that Filipino. She got a bad boy, just like that. It happens. Same thing. What happens is the woman in the Philippines are somewhat like the woman in the West. The younger ones are starting to be like that. Not in so much that they're just banging random guys. Not like that. But women in general all want the bad boy, right? They all want the bad boy. Everywhere, all around the world. They want the bad boy. But then they're sadly mistaken later. You know? But I say it happens all the time. Happens all the time. Even a woman I interviewed a while ago, some of you guys were getting on her, a Filipino I interviewed. But same thing happened with her. She probably went for the bad boy, got pregnant. Now she's looking for a foreigner. And that shouldn't be happening. But anyway, also men are looking for, if you're a man looking for a girl that doesn't go to the bar, because most Filipinas actually don't really go to the bar. Most Filipinas don't. You have a select few that do, but you have to think about all of the women that are home with kids. It's more millions doing that than more millions that are out just drinking at the bar. For the most part, most Filipinos don't go to the bar. So if you end up with a Filipino that's in the bar, you may want to rethink that. And that's a crazy thing. What happened, and what happens is right now in the West, that's really a woman's mating call. Women really look to the bar like, oh, I'm going out with my friends, and I used to always accept that. I don't know why I accepted that. Okay, oh yeah, you go have your time out. And what's a woman doing going out with a bar, going in her tight dress out in the bar? Who's she gonna see there? It's gonna be dudes there, right? But I used to allow that. I used to allow that, and that's, of course, that's when your situation is not gonna work. But I would allow that. Let's see what some of you guys are saying. Link said that's why it's so very important that the story of Pookie is explained to elevate many out there that are not aware they fall into line of men rather than the guy. This take courage to admit to self. Yeah, you're right. I do need to talk about that because that was me before. I do need to talk about that. You're right, outside Link. And he said he was a Navy SEAL, doctor's astronaut. Yeah. And so we have Penn State said 49 went to someone else. Let's see what some of you guys are saying. And so Dari said they are on a mission to fix some of these bad boys, only to find out they have been either used or were just a temporary thing for them in the first place. And yeah, and that's happening with women in the Philippines too. I can't lie, I actually feel bad for some women in the Philippines because well, not really, because they shouldn't be going for the bad boy. Their parents teach them not to go for that. You know, Filipino parents can be very strict. Like even when Kay hit 18, that's when she was able to pretty much go out on her own and even be around boys. What? After you graduated college, right? Yeah, see? So Kay said after she graduated college, then she was free. But don't get me wrong, it's not like that with every Filipino household. But you found a Filipina that's from a household like that, you know, that's when you're good to go. And that's what did it for me because Kay comes from a poor family, but her father didn't play. Your family is poor, baby. Y'all built yourself up to have some money, but y'all were poor. Y'all were dirt poor. Yes, you are. Y'all got money now because your sisters made your money. Y'all, y'all made something out of nothing. But no, yeah, they were dirt poor. Well, Filipinos don't like to hear that, but it's true. They were. You were. Okay, no, not don't mean you can't. Okay, Filipinos are dirt poor and still eating 3 times a day. It's funny. I seen the Filipino family today in the. I'm going to send it to you. I seen a Filipino family in the store today, guys, and I felt bad because over here in the Philippines, they're eating just like people in the West now. It's crazy. I just want to talk about that real quick. I seen a lady. She was in front of me, and the kids were like chubby. She was chubby. I can tell her and the husband was drinking. And then what's up? Okay. No, I'm not so judgmental. I seen it. No, let me tell you what happened, guys. And if any of you guys eating like this, I stopped eating like this. They had packs among packs of noodles, guys. Of noodles that it was a sodium filled. It was crazy. It was packs among packs of noodles. And I used to eat like that too. And I'm looking at them like, it's cheap, but I don't think they were doing it to be cheap because they spent 10,000 pesos in the store, right? And I couldn't help it, but because they were in front of me, and I was looking at them like, why are you guys eating like this? They had young kids. The young girl was in shape because she was a teenage girl, but the little boy was fat, and then the other girl was fat, and then the mom was slim. The mom probably don't eat all the crazy stuff they was eating, but you know, I seen that now they're starting to eat like we do over there in the West. And so Jay Shabazz, the house in the West. And so let me see here. Let me go. It keeps skipping fast. Let me go back to some of you guys. Let me see. And so Garrett said, see, Happy Father's Day, Lamont Teller. No, I'm saying I'm not a fan of the pill or abortion. Well, I think in the Philippines, I think some of that does need to be here. Some kind of more. Because of, the Catholic Church, that's not really allowed. It's allowed, but it's really taboo. But I think it should be more people practicing birth control here in the Philippines. Or using condoms, pretty much. I think that should be happening. And so, how I said, I guess you're talking to someone else. And so Garrett says, you can't be a weak Mr. Wimpy, too soft, or they get over. You have to still maintain a man's edge and still be loving and respectful. If she doesn't like, keep her moving. True that. No, take no shorts from anyone. And it was true. And it's even with Filipinas too. But you can be more sweet with Filipinas. You know what happens with me, and like I'm like a little hard. I'm just naturally that way, and I'm not really sweet at all. To be honest with you. And Kay says it all the time. Oh, you need more sweet. I do because I don't try to be. I'm just naturally like that. I'm naturally rough and naturally tough and naturally cold. So you know that's just me. And I think did women out there make me like that? Yeah, I think so. I think me coming from where I come from, the environment I come from, and all of those things made me like this. But Gary said, yeah, Gary, exactly. You have to find the right balance. Then middle class. I don't know what you guys are talking about, really. So Link said, a question for Kay, and please think before saying a word. Jay, let's hear this. Kay, what's the difference between men, boys, and guys? Do most women know whom we are at all? I think Filipinas know. I don't think every Filipino knows though. That's the thing. I think some women in the West know too. Don't get me wrong. Women that have their head on their shoulders. Don't be like I'll tell you, there are women in the West that know that get it. Not are there many? No, but those are the ones that are married. Those are the ones that are married and still in marriages now. That when things got heavy, and that's one thing with Filipinos too. Is Filipinos are gonna stick with you through thick and thin, rich or poor, right? And a lot of times guys will go, well, no, and they think, oh no, because you're old, and but then if you they'll be with a Filipino and then lose or something happens where they lose the pension or lose whatever, say they're getting disability, they'll lose it, and the Filipinos still there, they'll be shocked, unless they got with you for that. That's when you're gonna know the truth. And I think sometimes you need to go through that so you can see who the woman really is, you know, so you can see if the woman's really in it for love. And so let me see here. I keep skipping. I hate this because it keeps skipping. a lot of you guys comments. I gotta start posting you guys comments when I read them. Let me post this so I know where I was at. All right, and so let me go down. Link said that already. I said that. All right, so now I know where I am. And so Real Prince Day said it's partly. I spin. What's going on? He said it's partly peer pressure. Women see their friends being promiscuous and they want to follow suit, regardless of how they may have been raised. Young people will follow their peers over most parents. It's true because I did the same thing, and we all pretty much did. You know. Only thing though, I still had. I think because I had my parents around, they were always in the back of my head. You know, that's why I never really went over. Actually, I went over the edge. Who am I kidding? I never went too far. I always had that in the back of my head. When I was selling drugs, I was hearing my pops in the back of my head saying, "Boy," because he was a correction officer. He was always telling me, "Boy, you gonna end up. You remind me of them dudes in jail. You gonna end up in there. You gonna be with me one day. You gonna be in there with me one day." And I knew it because he seen my friends in Rikers Island. But I ended up in Rikers Island, but not long time. I ended up in Rikers Island for like a week, and never happened again. And that wasn't even my fault. I got in an accident, and then they locked me up. They tried to say I was intoxicated. Then I got to jail. I told you guys the story already. And then the judge threw it out. He said, "You didn't even have enough stuff in your system to even blink funny, right? You didn't have enough alcohol in your system to blink funny." But the reason what got me in jail, I ended up going to Rikers for assault on an officer because I'm in there and I can't walk, and then the officer charges me, and I throw him off into the wall, and now I'm going to Rikers. That's save that for another day. But and Dari said carbs will put the weight on you most times. It's just cheaper to buy bad food, ramen noodles, lots of refined sugar, etc. If you're poor, it's again not just cheaper. It's true, but the thing is though, a lot of times families do it because they're used to it. Because that was me. I was out here in the Philippines, even still eating noodles, and it was because I liked them. Like me and Kay used to get the Pansy Canton, and the Pansy Canton is really good. It's like the best noodles out here. The Pansy Canton. You don't want to make it too salty. You put half the salt pack, but then they have like the sauce in it. It's like the black sauce, and then they have the one with like a brown beige sauce. It's pretty good. It's pretty good, but no more though. The sodium on that is like over 1,000. So I'm not saying it so you guys can try it. Don't try it. Iceman said New York attitude. And so how's I said, what's the most toxic trend you notice in your time in NYC? Toxic trend. I think because I came up in the '90s and in the '80s, I think the trend was, you know, the 50 Cent Jay-Z trend because I grew up in it with the drug dealer, bad, super bad boy trend. You know, super bad boy trend because you grew up in that, and that trend led so many to jail. That trend it brought so many people to jail. You know, and it's crazy. And then also the trend where you go in jail and then because that's what it was. It was like I remember when I was young, right? Let me tell you how it was when I was young. I remember I was young. The guys on the block, right, were all drug dealers. They used to play with us to make us tougher, right? So we had like a jail game you play with the older drug dealer dudes, right? They were like 14, 15 at the time, but you know, in the 80s and 90s, those kids were the ones doing the most. They're the ones killing everybody. You guys know. They were young kids, 14, 15, and so they still had kitty like they still were kids. So they would play with us. We were like 7, 8. They were like 14, 15, and I remember they would play with us like we play like cops and robbers, and then they would catch me, right? Like they would be the cops or the people in jail. And then every time they would catch me, I'd be fighting. And they would always be smiling because I'd be fighting when I'm throwing blows at them. And they'd be like, man, he tough. He tough. He not going to be no punk. You know, he'll be able to last in jail. They would say that. And I'd be like, and it was wild because that was the environment. And so that was toxic. What happened, Ken? Yeah, I'm going to send you a link now. I think that was the toxic trend, especially being in New York. And in New York, New York is one of the wildest places to be because you guys already know. Not a lot of you may not know, but you go to New York jail and Rikers. That's worse than some prisons. That's worse than some prisons that you'll be in for 10 years. Because you go to Rikers and lose your life, And you had dudes like the gang wars in Rikers would be a lot of times worse than gang wars in prison. You be in a Rikers jail for a week and get murdered, get your head chopped off. So I think that's what made New York so bad is that guys were just ruthless, and guys were raised to be ruthless. You know, so I think that was the bad trend, and then what did it was the music and the environment, the drug environment. Well, I'm going too deep into it, but that made everybody horrible. Hold on, I'm sending it to you now. Okay, 1 second, guys. Let me send Kay this. I'm sending it to the one that says Kitty. But let me get back into this, guys. All right, so let me see. So Jay Maverick said, and I'm late reading this, but this goes hand in hand with what we're talking about. Condoms definitely because you can still get an STD. Yes, mess around and get a gift that never goes away like herpes. Stay strapped, folks. Yeah, especially you guys coming to the Philippines. And I know some of you guys are gonna come to the Philippines, gonna have a good time. Stay strapped when you come to the Philippines, because it'll happen. Because a lot of Filipinos do not believe in using condoms. That's just facts. There are so many Filipinos out here that don't believe in using condoms. They just don't. They just don't. And a lot of times you're not gonna get checked up. So when Big Ed said it, you guys remember Big Ed said he said to the woman, we need to get checked. He wasn't crazy. I don't know if you looked it up, but it's true because in the Philippines they don't use condoms like that. That's why all these babies running around out here. And so Link said, K, if Jay became sweeter, you may not like him. Jay hard edge and smooth talking would all go away, K. Be careful what you ask for. Yep. Leave Jay as he is. No, you're right, Link. I told her that one day. I told her that. And it's true. It's true. And woman, she doesn't realize, she realizes though, I think she does. She lacks that energy that I give naturally. It's a natural, it's not like I'm trying. Um, and she lacks that energy. But if I started being sweet, she wouldn't like it. You're right, Link. Women think they would like it, but they wouldn't. And so Dari said ambitious people attract, or at least you hope to attract ambitious people, both men and women. No, it's true. You hope to attract that. That's so true. You hope to attract it. I got lucky. I attracted that and her, and she attracted that with me. Right? So we both got lucky with that. And so Miss said, how you doing, Miss? Antoine Carter, what's going on? He said facts. And so Garrett also said from that DC cool, but got my swag from NYC. You have to be rock solid there. This vibe can't be a what's pop. No, it's true. NYC was nuts. NYC was nuts. Also maturity level, character traits, good values. And in Rikers, yeah, Rikers was damn. Yeah, it was bugged out because I'll tell you guys when I went to Rikers, I was in there for only a couple of days to a week, and as soon as I was in there, guys just looking at you, and like it was like prison. It was worse than prison. Usually they wait, they'll try to sweet talk you. First day, right? I got a guy eyeballing me. I got a guy that I gave my milk because I didn't want it. I told you guys about it, and then the guy said, yeah, that's what you gotta do. You gotta give to the OGs, and me, I wasn't hearing it. I blacked out on it, and I was ready. I'm like, and I want him to do something, right? And then another kid said, yeah, OG. He said to the other guy, I cut people and all that. So after that happened, I guess the guards must have got wind of it, and they took me out of there. They took me out of there because I was probably about to be a victim of a slashing. But the reason then they segregated me. They put me in segregation right away because I came in there on level 10 because I was supposed to be in a hospital. I came in there limping. I'm like, man, I should be in a hospital. I can't even move. And so all that tough talk, I wasn't hearing it. Yeah, I was ready to go. Oh yeah, Kay, what's going on, babe?
Hello. Hi
It's,
everybody. Happy
yeah.
Father's Day. Since I enter, happy Father's
Yes.
Day
Happy
with
Father's
all
Day
the
to you all.
father, all your father and all the father out here in the chat room. Thank you so much for
Hmm.
joining us.
And so we are Penn State said, Jay is proof you can make a mistake and still change your life and be a productive citizen. Well, actually, we're Penn State. I gotta tell you, I gotta tell you, man. When that happened to me, I was actually working at Cablevision. Don't get me wrong, we're Penn State. I was always a guy that knew I needed to be progressing. I wasn't one of those guys. Like I was that guy. I was the worst kind of guy because I was that guy that was working, that had a good job, and still selling pounds of weed. That was me, and I thought that was the way to be because that was my cover. Okay, you get a good job and still do what you do. I did that for many years. I was the worst actually, but you're right. I am proof that you can make a mistake and still change your life, and that you can be a certain way and still change your life because I was the worst. I was the worst. And what Christopher Coleman said, "Woman in the West think you owe them something and don't want to hear the truth about anything." No, it's true, and naturally, women think you owe them something. And guys, I got a video coming out tomorrow that we working on editing now
Yeah, I'm editing it. That's why I
about
was late, guys.
yeah
I
about
was editing.
about
I'm
that.
not yet done.
Guys, it's this woman. I can't even talk about it. You gotta see it. You guys gotta watch it. But tomorrow,
Yeah.
the
I
next
need to
video is gonna
join.
be
Jay's
about a woman in
asking
the
me to join.
West. Woo! And this one here, usually I don't post stuff like this on my channel. I would post it on another channel that I have, but I had to post it because
Just mention it.
yeah, I know you guys are gonna see. Just watch it,
Yeah,
because
we will try to push until we finish it at 6 o'clock.
yeah,
We will. As no 5:30. It's coming at 5:30. So
hmm
it's not yet done, guys. That's why I'm editing it right now. But
yeah.
I
But
always want to join the live.
I'll explain what I mean. Like I'll even talk about it. What happens is, but this woman was past it because the woman in the states, don't be wrong, they'll still be out there for the streets, but they still already understand. Okay, you know what? I'm for the streets, but they'll still cook for a guy. There's a lot of women like that in the states. They'll still cook, clean. They'll still be subservient with that, but still be for the streets. But there's some women, and I'm going to talk about those some women tomorrow. And
Yeah,
so you're right, Christopher Coleman. Hey, Dre, is it cool? True. They kill rats and eat them in Rikers. I don't think they do that. I don't think they do that. But man, I heard so many stories though, because
you skip some people here.
yeah, I know by mistake. My pops was actually a CEO in Rikers. So the stories he told me, woo, the stuff that used to happen in Rikers, that stuff don't even happen in prison. Let me tell you what used to happen in Rikers. My pops one day came home from a riot, right? He got cut by dudes in Rikers. He was a CO. Dudes cut him. That's how Rikers was. And then not only that, one time he said he found the body under the bed. The body was under the bed for 2 days. Everybody in the tier knew the guy was dead. They called him on account, was wondering where he was, couldn't find him, right? They let it go. They thought, oh man, he's probably escaped. And then they found him. He was tucked under the bed and wrapped in a sheet and was dead. And that happened over 5 times. But my pops was in Rikers in 80s, 90s, 80s and 90s, late 80s and 90s and 2000s. So the stories, all the wars, man. I remember one time it was he came home, right, and it was a gang war up there. He came home in a cast. He came home in a cast with bandages. I was like, "What happened?" He was like, "Yeah, there's war up there." I was like, "How you get in that?" But he told me the truth. He said when those dudes would go to war, he always got out the way. Or whenever they would come out, because they would come out with big shanks this long. He said every time they came out like that, because sometimes he'd be back there by himself. He got out the way. It's nothing they can do. There was no saving you in there, and guys were getting wrapped up in blankets, man, and stuck under there.
That's
And
crazy
then
though.
and then when I went there and I got smacked up, right? I told him, I said when I came in, I told him what happened to me. I said when I was in there, I was bugging out because of what happened. He said no. He said I said then the officer kept smacking me up. He said no. He said that's what we do. He said that was He said that was psych. That was to get you to calm down. He said, did you calm down a little bit? I said, yeah, I did. He said, no, that's what we do to get you to calm down. When guys come in like you, he said, we smack them up and beat them up to get them to relax and get with the program. And so it happened. I got smacked up. I relaxed, and then the guy on the next cell was like, "Yo, chill, they're gonna kill you in here. They're gonna kill you in here." And they beat me up. They kept taking turns, beat me up shift to shift. And that's enough. I'm talking about prison stuff, a woman. But
I
yeah,
know.
no, yeah, it was crazy. But
We are Penn State 76 said here, J is proof you can make a mistake and still change your life
I
and
read
be a
that.
productive citizen. Salute, man. Oh, you read that already. Anyway,
Hmm.
just to be clear, Jay is, when I say sweet, not too, but he's still sweet. He has his own way to be sweet on me. But
Hmm.
when I'm trying to be sweet on him, I think, I just wanna, and the reason I
Hmm.
joy because we are not dirt poor, Jay. I wanna trying to defend myself.
Yeah, I'm not trying to embarrass you. Sorry about
No, but
that,
we're
babe.
not
Sorry
really
about that.
dirt poor
Freedom
because
will
if
ring. How you doing? Doen Cuantos. How you
yeah,
doing?
he's
Happy
here. We're
Father's
gonna.
Day. Ed Denoy. Jesus said, "Be fruitful. I've done my duty many times over in the Philippines." Ed Denoy has many babies. Travel Lane. How you doing? Maria Josefina. Agma's World. How you
Coloma, is that
doing?
Coloma? Maria Josepina Coloma?
Oh yeah. I don't know who. I forgot who that is.
This is Joji.
Oh, that's Joji.
Yeah,
That's not
Maria
Joji. Just
Josepina.
Joji Colombo. Oh, her name is Maria. Okay, I thought it was
Maria
Joji.
Josefina Coloma. I
And
don't know.
so,
It's just Joji.
Bluetos, the seller said in shooting blanks. I guess you guys must have said something before then. No neck Ed. Yes, no neck Ed was the man, and he said it. What disturbed me, and so Vera Penn State said, what disturbs me is the trend of women going on TikTok and Instagram and slutting themselves for likes and comments. Then they turn around and want to be looked at as queens on the street. That will never stop. Vera
Mhm.
Penn State. That will never stop. It even happens here too, but it happens a lot over there. It will never stop. And women are doing it for to get noticed, and it's crazy. And so I Spencer, I'd rather have LO Cool J's around the way girl. He's a scientist and she was for the streets. Person don't like skanks. I heard that actually. And you know what's funny? There's videos after that I seen. That woman did him a favor. That woman did him a favor. But also, what you're gonna find too. I think I said it. With, man, I don't know if I said it already, but with Filipinas, if you want a woman that's old fashioned, you'll find that more here. Woman that's old fashioned. Okay, that's what you're gonna find, and a lot of guys want that. And and you have to look for it because even in the Philippines, you know, you still got to search because
You
I got
you
lucky
finished
with
on the
K. K's
list.
out
You
fashion.
mentioned all the list already.
Yeah, no, I'm almost done now. Old fashioned, definitely old fashioned, and guys want that. Guys want that woman. Like you can come to the Philippines and find a woman like how your grandmother was. You know,
Mhm.
that's still young, like how your grandmother used to be, like just how your grandmother used to be, and with the same name,
And not
with the same and with the
and
same
not
name as
belong
your
to the
grandmother.
street. Not
Like
belong to
look,
the street.
Kay may be how your grandmother used to be, and her name is Kayanne. So she'll be like how your grandmother used to be with the same name.
Yeah, my name
That's
is
like
K Ann, guys. Not really
K.N. A
K.
woman. You
K
find a woman out
Ann.
here like that.
But I like to
K.N.
be called K.
Marianne.
Mhm.
Yep, that's what you'll find out here in the Philippines. But old fashioned as well. Old fashioned too. A woman that will let you be a man. You know, a woman that will make you feel masculine.
Mhm.
And so Nate Callie said, reference from the locks. I need a ride and die chick. Oh, you don't want that, bro. You don't want that. I tell you, a guy posted on my video. He came to the Philippines. He got him a ride or die chick. He wanted a girl that had a little bit of attitude. He brought her back to the States and ruined his life. Because some guys are getting Filipinos to the States that are ruining their lives. So yeah, you don't want to ride or die chick, Nate Cali. But I know what you're saying. You want to ride or die chick in this way, not in the way like a bad chick. I get it. And so,
Where are you now?
oh no, I'm going back and forth.
Okay. Then Brona is here, the professor. You didn't change your
Rona.
name yet. It's still the professor, Brona and Jonah. Professor
Hmm.
and Jonah. And then we have hi this Josefina Maria Josefina Coloma, this is Joje. Sis Joji is here too. And Biet Placid, hi Kay, are you mixed Korean on what side or both you look so no actually
K
we're not
does.
mixed Korean. They thought
K
I
looks
was
Korean.
yeah, especially when I have a bangs when I was in Thailand, they thought I was Japanese and I was like, no, I'm not. And then one time they thought I was Singaporean, and then one time it's Korean.
I think Kay has it somewhere down in her family lineage, but her sisters didn't pick it up though, because they all have the same mother and father. But Kay's
Hmm.
the only one that looks Korean. I guess it's somebody in your family, Kay. It's somebody.
I
Well,
don't know.
your aunt, you look kind of like your aunt. Did she look like you when she was
Hmm.
younger?
I don't know how she looked like when she was
Yeah,
younger.
because Kay does look a little bit Korean.
Link is still asking the same question because I'm here. Say, okay, what's the difference between men, boys, guys? Guys, do most women know whom we are at all? Well,
Yeah.
actually, I think I don't know what's the guys, but I think woman, I think for me, in my opinion, Filipino or me as a woman, can identify men to boys, but guys is like it goes to boy men, I guess. But anyway, I can just say the difference between men and boys because guys is already included on the men. Anyway,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
so for me, boys is the guy who just gonna date you, and then when finds, but still immature, not gonna treat you right, but still immature, and then when you're not around still play around, But men for me is a guy who really like matured enough and know what he wants. That's for me. For me men meaning you're matured. But boys is someone who's still playing around. He's still in the relationship is still in the playing ground, something like that.
Hmm.
That's what I understand for boys. So that's why there's a song that playing in TikTok like people uh playing it because the story of that song is like I was he's not the boy that he's the boy that I want, but he's the man that I want, but I found out he's a man. I don't know if you watch the video you will understand, but what I
Hmm.
mean is boy is still immature, man is matured enough.
And so,
That's
didn't I
not the
guess you guys
line.
come up? I was talking before. He said you're too hard on yourself, Jay. You're not the worst. You just got caught up to the point of getting caught. Yeah, and I did get caught up, and I learned my lesson though from that because when it happened, that was the you know because my father said he said you needed that. He said you needed that. He said what happened was when you went in there, you went through the worst because I was limping the whole time. Like I got in an accident and I flew through the car window, guys. I gotta explain the situation. What happened? My
Mhm.
accident wasn't normal. I flew through the car. My car was crunched in like an accordion, right? So that's why I was so mad. I'm wondering like, why am I in here? My car was like this, and
That's the time when you get in jail. You get the
yeah,
accident. That's why
I
you
got in
said
an
you.
accident. They
Mm.
took me out of the accident. I should have been in the hospital,
And they put you
and
in
they put me
jail.
in jail.
Did you hit any car or
Well,
you?
yeah, I did. I did. But the car,
That's
what happened?
right.
No, no, no. The car. It was an old person in the car driving,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of old people shouldn't be in the road. The person slowed down to a slow halt in a highway, and I smashed right into him. I was doing about 60 too. I wasn't doing no 70, no 80. I was doing about 60. Smashed into him,
Mm-hmm.
and he threw me in jail. Now the reason why he threw me in jail was the end of the month, and that's why New York. What I hate about New York City, you guys ever know, anyone from the city, they got to hit the quota, and he hit me for driving while intoxicated, right? So you get me for driving without intoxicated. That's like more like that's a higher quota. I forgot what it is. Like that's a higher traffic summons quota, something like that. And so he hit me with that, and then got me in there. But I was in an accident. My car was totaled. So the whole time I'm hostile. So I'm like, why am I in jail? And then people kept telling me they're like, you should have sued, but I didn't sue. I just wanted to get out of it. I was happy to get out and be done with it. I got bailed out, and I was like, I'm done. But I could have sued because I got in there, and then let me tell you what happened. The correction officer, right, the ones that beat me up, they came, right, because I got bailed out. They was like, oh man, this guy got money because nobody gets bailed out of Rikers like that. If you guys know, in the city, It's a lot of people that don't have any money. They can't bail themselves out. So when I got bailed out, they were like, and then everybody was like, "Let me tell you how it is when you get bailed out in Rikers." Everybody's like, "Yo, I'm from here." Da, 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 da. Everybody's treating you like you rich, right? They were
It's
like,
like in a
"Yo,
movie, huh?
no, babe, no." They were like that because they're like, "Yo, this dude is wild. He's a wild dude, and he got bailed out. He got money. He must be like they think like he must be like a drug dealer or somebody big, right?" So they're like, "Oh, he got bailed out. Oh." Everybody's like, "Yo, da, da, da. I'm from here. I'm from there." Da, da, da.
Wait, the
And
camera is so blurry.
I know. I don't know why. New York City's like that too. New York City's like that. Like New York City is like the area. It's like a rite of passage area. Like that's how they was doing in Rikers when I got out. But also they do that too. Say if you get locked up, right, in like the Bronx, in a drug area, and then what happens is you'll go up, and this is how New York City is. This was bad about New York City, right? You'll go up. They already know you for drugs. They're catching you for drugs. You'll go up in an interview, say, okay, so ask you questions. Um, they'll ask you who you got the drugs from, everything. This was crazy, right? It depends on how fast you come down. The guys that don't come back, this doesn't happen. But it depends on how fast you come down. You come down within 5 minutes, they already know you told them, I'm not telling you nothing. Let me tell you what happened. I said, I'm not telling you nothing. You're not getting nothing from me. You come downstairs, you go in the Bronx. I forgot what jail it is. It's a jail in the Bronx. It's over there by I forgot what jail it is. But what happens is when you go to the holding pens, once you come back in from questioning, everybody approaches you because everybody over there is in the drug market. So once you come inside that bookings and you come down from getting questioned, yo, I got this. I'm on this block. I'm on this block. I got this. I got the coke. Yo, I got this. I got this drug. I got this. Yo, I got guns over here. It's crazy. New York is bugged out, and it's some of the wildest dudes that you'll ever meet in your life. These dudes in New York are crazy because why they doing that, right? It's guards out there that hear them. It's cops out there, and they're like, "Yo, my name is this. I'm on this block." Because they're already used to being in the system. They're already in and out. They're already in and out. So I hated that. It was cool when I was selling drugs, but it was too dark out there. It's like living in hell, the way it is, in the way the system is. Because I think the cops know they know it's like that, and I think they're a part of that drug market in a way, and I think they're a part of who's going to be a snitch or not. Okay, this guy's a snitch. Don't deal with him. It's wild like that, and yeah,
All right.
but
Let's go back in the comment section.
and so he said, where do people come up with that eating rats in jail? That's as bad as people saying they eat
Thank you
dogs.
for the super chat,
Thanks for the
Malik
super chat.
Wali.
Thanks for the super
Y-
chat, Malik Kweli. I appreciate it. You guys are inspiring. Thank you for all the helpful info. No
Thanks,
problem.
Manny.
And I should be getting more info here. It turned into a talking about prison, talking about jail,
I
Rikers
know.
Island.
No,
I'll
but
call you on
you
daily.
you
How you
just wanna
doing?
share. You just wanna share your experience too, cause.
Yeah, yeah. No, I was crushed. That's why I share it. I was crushed. It hurt.
Mhm.
Actually, I was
Actually,
brokenhearted
guys,
when it
this is
happened.
the. Don't worry, guys. This is the 20th time Jay telling the story to me. So
Yeah,
okay, now
guys.
I'm happy he shared to you,
And
cause
I
this is.
cried. I cried when
This
I
is
got home though. I cried when I didn't cry. I didn't cry in there. I cried when I got home. I'm gonna tell you guys what happened. When I got out and got home, I was on the train, right? Let me tell you guys what happened. I had to actually beg for money. This was crazy. My parents didn't come pick me
this is a
up.
continuation.
It's a continuation, right? So I got out. Let me tell you how they give you a Metro card. They gave me a $4 Metro card, and I was from Long Island at the time. And so I was by the Bronx holding pins. So I had to get from the Bronx all the way to Long Island, right? So I get to the city, and I'm begging people for money. I'm begging people for money, and that's when I said I love people in New York. Let me tell you what happened. Because you would think people in New York are cold hearted. They're some of the most warm hearted people. They see me. I think because they see me, I was beat up. I told them I looked beat up. My shirt was ripped, and I had on Jordans, right? And I'm like, yeah, I need some money to get home. And it was guys in suits. They were just looking at me in my eyes, and they were like, "Give me 20." Another guy gave me 40. Another guy gave me another 20. So now I had $80 to get home,
I thought they
and I
said
got
you
it.
belong to the street. I'm just
Yeah,
kidding.
and I got it within 10 minutes. And when I got it, tears started dropping from my eyes. I'm like, man, I was so happy. I was so happy. I finally got to release my stress, and I released it in tears. And I was like, oh, and I was just crying right there when I got the money. That's when I was able to release, and I felt so good crying. It felt so good because you can't. I didn't even have it in me to cry. Now I was so much in pain. It was crazy. But
All right,
so
I'll go to because there some of them are talking to each other already.
yeah.
Garrett said, "Hello, Garrett. Yeah, I know I'm late. I was editing Jay's blog coming
Hmm.
tomorrow, today. I mean later." And then we have Dari said, "Where do people come up with that eating rats in the jail? LOL. That's as bad as people saying they eat dogs in the Philippines. I heard that the other day. Hard to believe that one."
No, they don't. They don't eat rats in jail. They get in Rikers. Um, they eat stale peanut butter jelly sandwiches.
Wow,
Yeah,
sana all.
or not even stale. It'd be old and left over for like 3 days or 4 days. Um, yeah, so that's what people eat,
We have
but not
I
not
told
really.
Dayer and Harry daily. Hello, sis.
Yes, that sister, I
Sis
miss
Lucy
you,
is here.
sis. I miss you, sis Lucy.
Sis Lucy is here right now, guys. We actually she joined the live before, if you remember, guys. We have Bentley Malshi. About more
Hmm.
than half of male population in America should marry a Filipina or a woman overseas because almost all the women in America wears the pants in a relationship.
And yeah, I know. And Shot said, "Why would you have to tell after attraction?" After no, Shot. I was talking about a different time. That was in the traffic accident. That was a. This is a different time. I was talking about like how it is when you in a city in a drug area and you get locked up. How it is. That's all. But I got when it happened with me, I got stopped for weed, and they put you in a position where okay, you're gonna tell, and then you don't tell, then that's what happens. That was all.
All right, so we have Ed Denoy. Nothing relaxes you more than a good
Hmm.
ass whooping. What?
And
Ben,
shot,
okay.
if you're from New York, you know what I'm talking about. You know how it is out there, and that's exactly what happens.
Guys, I'm gonna skip all your some comments you guys talking to each other. We have Noel Rodriguez. Happy Father's Day, bro, and to everybody, guys who came just now. Happy Father's Day, and also Maria Sofina. You guys, greeting each other. We have Peter One was the first dude on the days. Congrats, sir. And then we have Bentley. All right, you guys talking. I'm just gonna skip that, guys, so we
Hmm.
can. Are you two Christian faith? Yes, Stephen Alston. We are both Seventh Day Adventists. That's the reason we met. We met online on the Seventh Day Adventist website, and it's really good if you have both in the same faith because you believe in the same, faith.
Hmm.
And we have the J Maverick. Oh my gosh! Oh, I go up. Sorry, guys. Where is it? Oh,
Same thing happened to me. I
yeah.
just gotta
J
share what
Maverick
Denoy
said,
said.
"All right, I'm
Got got.
out. Time to hit it." Oh, J Maverick is going to the gym. Everyone
Oh
put J
yeah, yeah,
Maverick.
yeah,
Wait,
yeah.
Jay, we're gonna check J Maverick. What do you call this?
Hmm.
Instagram. Jay say,
Hmm.
"I just finished the gym today." I'm joking.
So Denoy said this. I feel this one. He said, "I was on the swim team in a Norwegian correction system."
He is.
No, I think he's joking.
The correction system. Okay, I thought he's really he's in a um.
Been to jail in the Philippines? No, and I don't want to be. Jail is not cool. Like prison is not cool. That was my one situation, and that was it.
Karen said, "Here in my city, we have a lot of meet and greets, and the problem is guys aren't showing up to them. Love it." And then we have Dapper Din. Hey, KD Experience. The women still appreciate being serenaded Harana style. Yes,
Mhm.
of
Yes,
course.
yes.
Actually, if we have a choice, I really want to be, serenaded. But if it depends, because some guy, of course it's gonna be, oh my gosh, he's so sweet, he's singing for me, it's still even though it's right now it's 2022, some girls even in the province, even in Manila, there's some Filipino or even a foreigner. I see some foreigner who's still not a lot, but still doing the tradition style like serenade or singing or doing some stuff outside the house, and then the girl were gonna look, and anyway, they're still doing it, but not, maybe it's not too much no more, but we still feel special and love. But that doesn't matter as long as you treat the girl right, but it's still that's
Hmm.
extra. explaining too
It's,
much. I have my Grammy's name, Maria Josefina from Maria
hmm
Josefina. Prescott Oseji said, "Good info, dude. I appreciate it very much." Hello, Prescott. Thank you for dropping by. Quentin Lacey said, Quasim, I'm from his name is so long. That's why I thought it's a
where are you
comment.
at?
A little bit at the bottom. Just scroll down a little bit because I skipped some people because they talking to each other. They're replying to each other. So we have Quentin Lacey, aka Quasim Ali Dorani. He said, "I Hi, I'm from Merida, Mexico. Thinking of moving to the Philippines. Okay, do a lot of research and then visit the Philippines and decide if you really want to move to the Philippines." You find me?
No,
I think you're at the bottom. I was still on the
I'm all the
top.
way
I
at the
just
bottom.
scrolled.
Yeah.
All right, I just get Nate Kali, right, Jay? Just to clarify that meaning of a faithful woman to her man, thick and thin, bro, in a good way, not street way. Ha ha ha.
Shit, you probably too far up.
No, you just need to scroll up a little bit. You can see it near Marie Sofina Coloma. I'm just a little bit
Read the
up.
next one.
All right, I'm gonna get the Derek Will said, do a lot of Filipinas have tones of insecurities.
Yeah. Not a lot though.
There's
You'll find a ton of them. Yeah. I think what happens is they end up with some bad Filipinos a lot of times. Guys, there are a lot of bad boy players here, and what happens is a lot of girls that's what they go for.
All right, we have Maya Filipina boys are usually insecure about themselves.
Hmm.
No, there's some insecurities. It depends
Yeah.
on what kind of insecurities it is. Sometimes yeah, you're right because the guy treat them wrong in the past, and then they
Hmm.
feel insecure. Like, is it me or sometimes insecure because of the color because they want to be in on the people like her friends is like so white then do they want to be white. It
Hmm.
depends on what kind of insecurities, but of course I think most of the people have their own insecurities. Some of the people are just being confident not to show that insecurities. But
Yes. And Kenheim, how you doing, Kenheim?
yeah, yeah, you got me. We are in the same, I don't know, yeah,
Hmm.
that's where I am. I saw driving Miss Stacy shot from shot. And then Garrett said, "Ken, okay, you guys, greeting. I was just gonna skip that. Maybe I'm skipping because they all talking to each other." Ken Jaime's greetings from the Nashville, Tennessee. He's from Nashville, Tennessee.
It's hot in here.
Even the aircon is on.
Yeah, I know it's so hot. Let me see if it's fully on. Oh man, it's hot. Yeah, it's on. It's fully on.
Maybe it's not. You need to move backward a little bit because my aircon is on here. Garrett also, unfortunately, now Maryland from Florida after the strokes. Yeah.
Hmm.
And then just gonna scroll down, guys. We are Pen 76 said traditional gender roles are not toxic masculinity. You need to balance each other. Your family will be stronger from it. Men and women are rejecting our natural state of being. It's maddening.
Yeah, and that's what's happening. That's what's happening. It was feminism that did it,
Scroll
and
down the camera.
it's feminism that did it, and it stretched even across to this side somewhat.
Mhm.
I gotta bring the camera down some. There we go.
Yeah. Jay's gonna be, hi guys. Hello. Looking at the window of the camera. Last week, babe. Remember Chris told you like, oh, you're in the window, they cannot see
Yeah,
you.
I know. That's why I brought it down. And so Deborah Dean said, "Jay back on prison topic."
I know.
And
Don't
yeah,
worry,
no, it was
guys.
uh,
Let's go back to the ano. Let's
we
get
used
to
to
the
play
good
ball there and
part.
got schooled in Muggsy by Muggsy and Reggie Lewis before. And so that's when Malik Kweli was going on. And yeah, DJ Be Fit. No, I never been to jail in the Philippines. And Maria said, first time to hear your jail story.
This
And
is my 20th time, sis.
we are Penn
Just
State.
kidding.
Said Jay panhandling on the streets of New York and calling K's family dirt poor. I can't help but laugh at that. Well, no, you know what you understand? We are Penn State. I think Penn State knows. Panhandling on the streets of New York is a whole different ball game. Like, because you could do that for like 2 hours or hour and make like $200. Let me see. I need at least 3 Filipino wives. Is that allowed? No, it's not allowed. But I think if you're Muslim, you can do that.
Yeah.
Man, you could if you could survive Rikers, you can make it anywhere.
And Stan B, the Black Filipino prequel. What prequel? Sequel, babe, prequel.
And so,
Garrett said,
Garrett,
"Got my car repaired in Brooklyn for free." Sorry, I just read it. While visiting my old GF from Pratt Institute, paid dude later on a trip, on a return trip. Great NYC hearts. Love the boogie down. Go go hip hop to my heart. Go
yeah,
go
and
and
yeah,
hip hop.
you can find some. Probably not nowadays.
Bro, now where are you coming? He changed his name now to Brona
I know.
because
I
I
see.
said we're still professor. Professor. He changed it to Brona
Scream, bleed, die, rot. What's going on? And Kate grew up out here. Kate grew up in.
in the same
We actually,
province.
yeah, in the same province we are now.
Mhm.
So
We are
Dari said,
actually guys six girls. Six girls. Papa is very industrious.
hmm
try. He was trying to have a baby boy, but he failed. He just gets six girls. So the like three of us is studying college at the same time. It's really hard, but it's not dirt poor. Okay.
hmm and so Dari said, you don't marry the woman in the U.S. The legal system is so screwed up. The woman abused men while playing the victim in front of the judge. Yeah, I mean, in order to get married, you got to find that woman that you really can't find. That's almost feels like it's almost impossible to find in the U.S. And so, wait, I skipped a bunch of people.
Yes, Malik Wali, happy Father's Day to you. He said happy Father's Day, bro.
Yes,
And
happy Father's
then
Day.
what time is it there? He's in BA right now. We have the same time. The only difference is we are AM and you are
Yeah,
PM.
yeah. You're PM and we're
Yeah.
AM.
That's how I count it when it comes to
hmm
time. So yeah. Garrett said, okay, you guys, I know. 12 hours ahead, Malik. That's Gang Sagami Bear. Yes, we're 12 hours
hmm
ahead. And Steven Alston, do you speak Bisaya or Tagalog?
Tagalog.
Wow, so no. Me, he asking me?
Yeah, you.
Yeah. I speak Tagalog only. I understand a little bit of Bisaya, but I was growing, it's all Tagalog. House of Has, what if an American man goes to church to meet a good Filipinas? I think that works if you're a religious man. Don't need to go
Well,
online. I
it
agree.
doesn't work everywhere. I'll tell you
Mhm.
why.
It depends on the religion.
It depends. Yeah, because some churches you go in, guys, and it's the world.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to say nothing, but you guys kind of know. Um, the majority here, and you go in there, and it's like you're going into somebody's living room. You know, sometimes it's like stepping into the U.S. It's some. So yeah, you gotta be. You can't just go with that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think if you go into a church, most churches where it's really, really, really about the Bible
Mm-hmm.
and they really mean it, that's when you're probably gonna find more out here in the Philippines
And then
because
we have.
they wouldn't even
Mm-hmm.
date you if you're not from them. And Garrett, exactly, have fun and drop them like a bad habit. What girls are
Mm-hmm.
better, Thai, Phil, or Viet, or Singapore? Woof. Um, I think Philippines.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you one thing. When I was in Singapore, what happened? I was shocked when I was in Singapore. I was a hit with the woman. It was wild. I let Kay tell it. Kay, what happened out there?
I don't know. I
What
was not
happened?
there. I was
What
like,
happened?
Jay's always one. I
She
want
was
to
a
be
Philip.
alone.
No,
Just
this
kidding.
Chinese girl. Let me tell you what happened with this Chinese
I'm
girl, right?
joking, guys. I'm joking.
In Singapore, man, they like some Americans for real, man. Singapore, you can go out there and make it happen. Um, it was a Chinese girl. She was from China, and then
She's
me
not
and
from
Kate were
China.
talking. Where was
Singaporean
she
is
from?
also like Chinese. She's
Okay,
Singaporean, babe.
she's Singaporean. Okay, this girl, she looked Chinese though. This girl was like right in front of Kay. Kay, tell what happened. I'll let Kay tell it.
No, I forgot. I just remember
No,
that we passing by to her store. Remember
yeah,
that she's
she was
selling
trying to get my phone
sandals.
number. She was trying to get my phone number. Like she wanted to meet up with me. Like she was like doing it right in front of Kay. It was crazy. It was the craziest thing. Like she was pressing me like she was a girl in the states. Like that's something a girl in the states would do. That was straight bold, but she's just straight right in front of Kay. Like Kay wasn't with me. It was like in Singapore, and then also it happened too in the store with an Indian woman, and I just I said I don't know how it led to me saying hi to her. Kay wasn't there, and then she was like hi, and she was like all attentive, and I was like, whoa. But that's when I knew. I said, man, it was that I was American. It was that I was American, and they can hear it like
And
the
they
way I
can
was
speak
speaking. They
good
can hear it.
English there too,
They speak good
guys.
English. Yes, they speak good
Some of
English
them,
when
not
you're in a
all
big
of,
town. Not all of them.
but the janitor, janitors, they cannot like the in the
Yeah, in the
train. They're
main
like,
part of town, everybody I was meeting spoke good English in Singapore. Malaysia too. Malaysia too. People in the main city, they speak good English, and you know, it was very receptive to me.
I think the answer for Viet place, it depends on your preference. It
It
depends
does.
on, but you all also just make sure that she's a good girl, not a
Mhm.
good woman, not gonna
But the
cheat on
women
you or
though,
something.
the women were very attentive in Singapore. It was wild. That was the only place that I went to that was like that. It happened in
Hmm.
the Philippines somewhat, but that was the first place a woman were like, I was like, man, like, did my face change? 'Cause I'm
Jay
not that
feeling
handsome.
handsome there. He
I
said
felt
Jay
handsome,
said
yeah.
Jay said stay at home and then gonna go around alone. I'm joking.
Nah, I wouldn't do that.
We
We
start
couldn't be in
together
Singapore.
all
I,
the time.
I'd probably get raped out there. Kayla, what
I do
happened?
like
Like, no, babe,
I
she
do
just
like this to the
triggered for
girl.
me. Nah,
I
joke,
just
joke.
kidding. I don't do like that, guys. I'm joking. And then we have here scream, bleed, die, rot. Churches never welcome me for some reason. They always look at me weird and act like I shouldn't be there. Oh.
That's crazy. And unless you out there with your eyes painted black, you gothic. With horns in the gothic, they have the horns here sometimes. That's not gothic, I think. That's
I
yeah,
agree with sis Joji. She said I meant boys are insecure than men. Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
because
Sure.
men are more like they know what they want already. That's like they marry you, they're not gonna act like boys no more. Boys is like I don't know what I'm gonna marry. If I see another girl, maybe they're not yet fixed on their decision. And then when they see some, another girl, and it's like, let me just try that. I think boy is still playboy. That's what I'm gonna say, or maybe not yet matured enough. Dari
Yes.
said, "House." Go ahead. Sorry, sorry.
Also, no, I was gonna get into it. More. I have more. I have
Mm-hmm.
more. I got
Are
one
you
more. I
not
got
yet
two more.
done? Okay, go.
Women who love kids, which is natural. Filipinos love kids. If you coming out here, you want to have more kids. The Filipinos gonna give you that. Also, men who believe they deserve true love. You know, because men actually want true love. Men are not getting true love where they're from. You
Mm-hmm.
know, so if you're a guy that wants true love, who wants to be loved and appreciated unconditionally, coming to the Philippines, you're gonna find that. And you got to look too. Like, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of bad Filipinas, but for the most part, they're good. You know,
Mm-hmm.
for the most part, they're good. Out of 100, say if there's 70 million Filipino, you may have 50 of them that are good. So think about that.
50 what? 50,000?
Yeah, no, 50 million. See if there's 70
What?
million, you may have 50 million.
Ah,
If there's
okay,
70
okay,
million Filipinos, yeah, you may have 50 million good, 20 bad.
okay. That's too much. 20 million is a lot. And then
Yeah,
Dari said,
20 million bad. Yeah.
how's a person in how's a person in that situation would most likely have better character traits and values? What do you mean, how's a
So
person?
house a person. Oh, you talking about house a house. A person in that
Ah,
situation would have most likely have better character traits and values.
complete the name.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I was like, what do you mean
K,
house?
yeah, K. Kay's not used to that, guys. She's not used to the
House.
American lingo,
Oh,
like
so
when
boss
somebody
pala
just
yun.
yeah, house a house.
Okay, galing sa Gummy Bear in Viet. Okay, wait lang. In Viet Place, oh my gosh, wait lang, baby. My camera is moving.
Hmm. So in Viet Place, it is impossible to say there's no way to say that across the broad. Um, I used to talk about Vietnam. I don't know what you're talking about exactly, but that's what you're talking about. I've never been to Vietnam, so I can't say. I've been to other places, but Vietnam, no.
Mm-hmm.
I want to go. I want to go, but then the world shut down. So Maria Josefina said Filipinos prefer men. Yeah, of course they
Yes.
do. They prefer men, and it's true. That's why usually, see, they won't see what happens is out here. I think because Filipinos, not anymore probably. I probably look old. My eyes are older now, but they wouldn't look at me really because they probably think, oh, who's this young guy? Oh,
Mm-hmm.
you know. Um, but they actually prefer older men.
Keep going
They do.
down.
The ones that want Americans, they usually prefer the men. What is your native language?
Filipino, Tagalog.
Hmm.
Because my mother is from Gomblon. There's some words that we speak here in the province that not really exactly Tagalog, but
Hmm.
it's really Tagalog. And then Maria Josefina, yeah, she mentioned it already. Lamont Taylor, I know Filipinos had bad relationship, but in Matrix, females hold grudges, and most is gold diggers.
Hmm.
And then Ed Denoy, okay, you guys. Okay, Maria Spina said, Filipinas prefer a partner who leads a relationship. Yeah, that's true. It's
Hmm.
supposed to be the guy who lead the relationship and we follow, you know?
Hmm.
That's supposed to be like that because if the female is the one leading the relationship,
Thanks for the super chat,
it's
DJ B
different.
Fit.
Thank you for
He
the
said,
super
do
chat.
you meet up with guys who was new to the Philippines?" Well, no, I don't do any like I don't have like a course where like I bring people around. I don't have anything like that. But I do something like that in the future, maybe. But I don't have anything like that now.
But he was asking, do you meet up with guys who is new to the Philippines, the one who just came to the Philippines? Do you meet up that with them?
I meet up with people. When he say new to the Philippines, I don't know if he means like show them around.
Oh no, I think he maybe just meet up. Like, oh,
Hmm.
I'm new here in the
Oh
Philippines.
yeah,
I
no,
just
I
want
meet
to
up with
meet
people.
you.
I meet
Yeah,
people all the time. Yeah, I meet people all the time.
yeah,
They say if you
He do.
guys,
DJ
hmm
be fit. Hmm.
especially if you're in Manila. And so
As
let me
long as
see.
we are
Let me read some of you
available
guys.
and you guys also have the same schedule. Yeah.
Thanks a lot for the super chat, Malik
RP.
Quayle. He said, "Are B&E serious over there? Or expats purposely targeted?"
What's
Well,
BNE?
I think he's talking about breaking and enterings. Is that what you're talking about, Malik? Because some expats sometimes can be targeted, but it really happens. Filipinos, for the most part, are not looking to get over on you. For the most part, Filipinos and they're not looking to target you unless it's a person that's a crook. Then you need to worry. But other than that, they're not really looking to target you like that. That just doesn't happen. I know it may sound
Hmm.
crazy, but it's true. Like I don't, I've never been targeted since I've been in the Philippines by Filipinos. I had bumped into a couple of situations, but it was never anything I needed to feel threatened over. The one time thing that happened was when I hit the guy with the umbrella, and he said, "Next time," and then I looked at him like he was crazy, but I didn't sleep on him because he probably would put that bolo out and and
He may be doing. He may know how to do the karate. You know, like
yeah,
just like ah.
yeah.
That's why I was teasing Jay whenever we walk with that umbrella, the long umbrella. Jay, be careful next time. You at the bottom. I'm just gonna read the one at the top that we skip. The because the chat go up. Okay, let me go to we are Penn State. He said, oh no, Gang Sagami versus Love City must be Jebel Ali or something. And
Mm.
then we have Penn State 76 said, Jay, do you prefer living in the province over city living? I'm sure there are advantages and disadvantages, but what pushes you one way or the other?
Well, I think I don't mind the province. It's cheaper, but I still would rather be in a city because of what's happening now with K. We kind of need to be in the city because actually we need to do business. For business, we need to be in Manila. You know, it's a little different than what happened with most of you guys. Most of you guys would be coming here to just chill out, but for business, meaning for the clothing thing, we're really gonna need to be there.
Mhm.
So I would rather be in Manila now, but I still would rather the province. Like if we
I
could
don't,
do all of that here, I would do it.
they're talking about Slab City Cali. I don't know what is Slab City Cali. Ed Denoy said Slab City Cali and also Gangsta Gummy Bear. Anyway, I think they you guys talking to each other. And then we have Dari. So it's midnight where you are, and I'm Central Time US. Yeah, so
It's 112.
112 right there. I think you're 12 right now. So
Mm-hmm.
because you're Central, -1 for
Yeah.
us. And 12 hours, so it's 13 hours. So we have Ed Denoy Gangsa is almost the same climate as Death Valley. Okay. You guys talking to each other there.
Hmm.
Steven Austin said online is great because you get the chance to read about them. Plus, they are also seeking a relationship. I
Yeah.
agree. Steven Austin, if you're new to the channel, Jay and I met
Yes.
online. We
Yes, we did.
actually a long distance relationship for 2 years, and until Jay decided to really come to the Philippines and be with me. But we actually know each other more by talking every day online. He actually see my Facebook account, everything. Like, I actually have a photo album on my Facebook, so I see all the thing that I'm doing in Thailand when I was working there. I take mostly a lot of pictures. So we actually know each other while we LDR, but still different when you already meet because it's it's gonna be you're gonna know the person more. But I agree with you. I totally agree. Sometimes it's good to date online too,
Hmm.
but just be also careful not to being scam or being cheated off. But I agree because we actually came from long distance relationship and online relationship.
What's going on, BK? How you doing? And
Hi
so Scripture
BK.
said religion is just a veil. If a woman wants a virtuous man, she should be looking for him in her church.
Mm-hmm.
And so Garrett said, you still can't leave your street smarts, common sense at the door just because you go to church. You still have to be thinking and on your game, or you will be gamed, comprende or intended. Yeah, it sticks with you.
Mm-hmm.
It sticks with you. You just have to let the other things go,
True.
which a lot of times is hard. A lot of times it's hard because the truth is, you really have to get over sin. And
We have guns.
yeah, you
And
got,
then Gasagami Bear said the thing is the temperature in Philippines never really falters. And he's talking. I have seen it be slave heat after 12 night and 6 a.m. in the morning too. That isn't the case in the desert. And
yeah,
then we have and then Darry said, Garrett, the odds of beating someone with some values is higher in church setting. That's true, but sometimes it depends on the church because there's some
yeah.
also female go to church, but after church,
Yeah,
they,
they did. Same thing happens here, like it
but
happens
you
in the
cannot
West.
judge. You're not
Yeah,
God to judge, but I
yeah, you don't
mean,
judge, but I know. Yeah, okay, saying they go to the church and then they go to the club and then get super drunk and then
mhm,
you know go crazy, do all kinds of things. Like they don't go to church. And so
mhm.
Steve also said, I'm finding that the women in the Philippines seem very respectful and don't find that as much here in NYC. Oh, if you're in NYC, yeah, it's pretty much non-existent.
Mhm. Guys, thank you so much for our 108 viewers. Don't forget to like this live
Yes.
stream. Thank you so much for joining us in Father's Day. And happy Father's Day to everybody. And
Hmm.
most of the time, yes, gangs. Oh, you guys talking to each other. Garrett Alston, love the dessert, gang. Okay. State of mind. The American man, the most desired man in the world, except in our own country.
It's true.
IMO. What's IMO again? Oh my gosh, I'm so stupid with
I don't know that either.
abbreviation.
So we are Penn State said I've been to Singapore 4 times. Jay is telling the truth. It's not my favorite place, but it's a good time. You really stand out there. Okay. That's must be what it was because it was wild. It was like I'll be honest with you guys. If I wasn't there with Kay, something else would have been going down. That's
They're
real.
doing a quickie right there. I'm joking.
No, I would have had a good time. I was like, wow, it really would have been a good
Jay
time.
feeling handsome.
I did. And so
Oh,
don't get a U.S. Yeah, gangster gonna be a set right. Don't get a
yes.
U.S. raised Filipino, but some don't. Don't get me wrong. There are some that keep the values though. But for the most part, I know what you're saying, the gangster. You're right.
And
And
then we
so
have this is the ABE series. There are expat most integrated. What's B and E? What is B and E? That's what he gave the super chat with.
uh
Ex-
where
yeah, the
B
same
E
question he
series where
asked. Mm-hmm.
I think breaking and enterings. Yeah, they could be targeted, but it depends. Like say where I am, I'm not deep in the province.
Mm-hmm.
Um, where K's at, it's not deep in the province. Where K's from. Some places are deep in the province, and you have people there with nothing to lose.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes people will have nothing to lose, and when you're in areas like that, you could be targeted. So it just depends. It can happen. It happens. It's happened, but it doesn't happen all the time. You don't have a bunch of people being targeted. Like for instance, you have to worry about it more where you're from than coming here in the Philippines and being targeted.
Yeah, it's safe.
Yep.
It's for the most part. I was telling Jay, I don't like to go to US because of those documentaries I was watching, the true to life
Mhm,
story I was watching. I said, "Oh my god, it's scary!" Like I can even go to the store and somebody will just having a gun. What do you call it? The other day we watched a video where they're doing a gunshot in the store, like
mhm.
outside. It's like, oh my gosh, it's so scary that I can't even
So that
leave
was
the
in
house alone.
North Carolina, South Carolina, but that's out there. That's because the gun laws. It's not because the gun laws. I think it's crazy to want to take people's guns away, but that's what's happening out there. Those guys, they were gangsters, and there are other gangsters that were coming at them, and they pulled out and got in the shootout.
Yeah, just be careful on
It's like that
where
everywhere, though. It's like that everywhere
gold
in the states.
necklace here, Malik.
Yeah.
Just dress normal, like the dress that you have, just like a regular person that like showing off dressed, because he doesn't know. But for the most part, right now, I'm using the J favorite word. But for the most part, it's safe out here, and yeah.
DJ Be Fit
Great.
says Singapore, here I come.
Who said that? Who said that?
DJ Be Fit.
At Gregory K8, hello, one of our member. Greetings, J and
Yes.
K. Thank you
How
so
you
much for
doing?
dropping by. Sis Georgie said, haha, SG women Chinese. Yeah,
Yeah,
I told
yeah.
you, babe. SG women mostly Chinese. That's what I'm saying. They're all Chinese because Singapore.
Hmm. But
Gam Sagami Bear, Singapore is crazy expensive. We got a condo for our shipward pier there. It is very. It was over 7,000 per month, but you got USD per month. But you got free groceries and very high speed internet. I love Singapore.
you know what's crazy? When we
So
were in
expensive.
Philippines, we were in not Philippines. We were in Singapore. We stayed in a crappy hotel. I did a video about it, guys. The hotel was crappy, and it was more than hotels would be. Well, actually, no, it was for the same price of a hotel in the Philippines, but it was crappy
Mhm.
for the good ones. For the good hotels, decent hotels, it was like $100. Wasn't that bad though. We should have just stayed in the one for 100.
Actually, we are
But
having we actually rush in booking that. We're having hard
yeah.
time finding an Airbnb because in we're coming from Krabi, Thailand, and we're flying to Singapore. That night, I was asking Jay, I cannot find Airbnb. Most of the Airbnb is like somebody is staying there, like you share the toilet, and it's like
Mhm.
something like 3,500 already. And the hotel that we stay, I'm the one who chooses. Somebody said to Jay, like, why you bring your wife there? I'm the one who choose the hotel because that's the one available, and it's 1,500 or 1,700 something
Mhm.
per night. But the place is like super super ugly. It's really like around the red district. That's what you said around. But it's nice though. It's like Divisoria style, right, babe?
Yeah,
When
it
we go
was.
down, it's like mostly Divisoria. The place is okay. Like the location is good because it's easy to ride
Hmm.
a bus going to. It's near to the train station, but it's still the room. Jay clean the bathtub. They have a bathtub and it's still some smell and it's really not good. That's our first time to stay in that kind of room
Yeah, I had to actually clean the
from the whole time
bathtub.
we travel.
And when I finished, how I know it's bad when you clean it and then
It's
that
expensive,
smell.
like
It smelled like an old person stayed in the tub for like a day and didn't go anywhere. and I cleaned it, and I really had to bleach out the whole bathroom, and it was crazy. K was like, I don't want to stay here, but we stayed there. We made the best out of
Yeah, we stayed there for 3 nights, and then after that, we ride a bus going to Malaysia because this is our 20 days traveling around Asia, guys. So I said, okay, we just enjoyed the place though. We went to some tourist destinations, so that's fine. So let's go to the comment section. 7,000 is really expensive, yeah. seven
it. It
thousand a
is.
month. Link 111. When I was a boy, we all did boy like things selfishly. When all of us that hears became men, we put away child. It's like in the Bible. When you
It
was a
is.
boy,
It is.
like things to become the men, we are to be in the journey ahead,
Hmm.
responsibly forward. I agree. Yeah. Sis Joji, yes, Filipinas give serious love and take care of the man. I agree. Sis Joji, are you still single and ready to mingle? I think Sis Joji is still single
Hmm.
and ready to mingle. BK, I have caring love Filipina after trying 2 times before I found her.
Well, but okay, you skipped Steve Austin. He said, I thought Filipino woman just wanted to be
I
with
did?
foreigner. No,
I didn't see that.
Steve. What happens is most Filipino women want to be with Filipinos. You have to think it's the Philippines, but most Filipino women want to be with Filipinos. What happens is a lot of times the ones that there's some though like Kay only really wanted to be with foreigners.
It's not only I want to be in the foreigners, but
You
I'm
did.
just not really like foreigners. I also date Indian that time, guys. Before I meet Jay, I was dating an Indian. If
Indian's a foreigner.
yeah, I know. What I'm
Did you
trying
ever
to
date a
say is,
Filipino?
huh? Huh?
Did you ever date a Filipino?
Well, actually, when I was in college, there's someone courting me, but I'm not allowed to have a boyfriend. He's always like talking
Oh,
to me, but I'm not allowed to have a boyfriend. And of course, he doesn't pursue because I no, we're not allowed to have a boyfriend. He was courting me before. I
guys, K
but
K, you can tell
this one is cute.
when a Filipino is innocent when they get happy. Well, not that's all Filipinos like that. Filipinos get happy over the smallest thing, like when you kiss them, they like, "Ah," like they want to kiss and hug and the affection. And I said that already, but you see it in Kay, it's like she's a little girl, like, but you can tell Kay was more innocent than most because she's like a little girl with it.
It's not obvious only, guys, but it's inside. I'm
Uh,
joking.
so BK said, "I have a caring, loving Filipina after trying 2 times before I found her," and that can happen too. BK, it's a good thing you stuck with it, man, because some guys get in certain situations and they just done, and I don't blame them because the stuff that happens, they be like, oh, I can't deal with another Filipino. And so Garrett said, only want to visit Singapore, too expensive for me, demasiado caro para mí. And so Tony said he
There,
agrees with Maria. And
mhm.
Sergio said, I think we are conflating oversensitivity with insecurity. Okay.
He's talking about because there's a lot
Or
of
the jealousy.
very sensitives. Yeah,
Yeah. Filipinos are very sensitive. That's like Kay, for instance. When I talk
you
loud
know.
sometimes, Kay's like, why are you talking so loud? She gets like intimidated.
No, because his voice is so loud, guys. Sometimes when he's like, "Oh, what are you doing?" Where it's like, you don't need
Hmm.
to speak louder. All right, so Sagami Breast, yes, it was Orchard Scott Residential. Singapore is a very residential. Singapore is a very resourceful in utilizing the very, very limited space they have. They built many of their communities vertically, tons and tons of high rises. I know
Yeah.
Singapore is
Yeah.
small, but we
Tons.
went to the place is very nice. Actually, it's easy to travel.
Yeah.
The infrastructure was good. We ride the train and
Hmm.
the whole time train bus is
Underground
super
chain
easy. I
reminded me of
like
New
I
York.
like the buses
I
and
felt
the
like I was in New
train
York out
there.
there. The train,
Yeah.
man, I loved it. I love the train.
And then we have Garrett said here his Tony's congratulations BK. And then we have visa for Vietnam is only 25 USD. We will go cheap $70 flight from Manila. Yeah, and also you can go riding a bus or a van going to Thailand too, Garrett. We're supposed to do that when we're in Thailand, but we have a ticket already flying from Malaysia to the Philippines, so we decided to just follow through with our plans. And
Hmm.
then we have Gang Sagami Berlas of Indians in Singapore. A lot Indians in Singapore and Malaysia. And my ex-boyfriend is Indian. And guys like, oh my gosh, all of the guys is looking at you here. He was always kissing me when there's an Indian. He thought like,
Yeah.
oh, they like me already because I have
No,
ex-boyfriend Indian.
no. They were looking. They were looking at her when we were out there in Malaysia too. The Minions were looking. Yeah.
A lot of Indian. Stephen Alston said, I thought Filipino women just wanted a foreigner to have a different or better life. Then I learned that many are just seeking security from the man and wants to show him love.
Hmm. That's true. They are seeking security, but
Mm-hmm.
not the way you guys are thinking for the most part.
No, because Filipinas, if you guys know about the heart of the Filipina, most of the Filipina they just really like treated well, not being cheated. Because here, guys, in the Philippines, there's a lot of guys that really cheated, and you can see it even not in the regular life, even the actor and actresses, the popular influencer, the she's so pretty and the guy is still cheating. So the only thing with Filipina, they really just feel love and feel secure that you're not gonna cheat on them. That's why I noticed that some Filipinas switch with foreigner because they feel like they're being treating well and being feeling special. That's what I noticed only. Like that's why some Filipina is dating foreigner because of that. That's what some of the reason I noticed. I'm saying the same word, but anyway, yeah. We have Dari said, Sergio, there seems to be a fine line conflating birds. Okay, you guys. Just an observation from Dari. All right. Thank you again, Malik, for the super chat. And then we have Garrett too. That Steven Charlie is just like that. She is the best. Aw. And then we have Dari. Do you see a lot of bars on windows? You see a lot of bars on windows? I don't know what do you mean bars on windows. Are you talking about bars in? Maybe Jay can understand this. I don't know what the bars on windows is. Maybe
Hmm?
Dari said, do you do see a lot of bars on windows? What do you mean bars on windows?
Bars on windows in the Philippines.
I mean, when you look at the windows, you can see bars. You can see bars,
That's like in Manila.
or is it talking about bars like so to be safe? Like bars
I
in the
think some are
windows.
bars. Yeah, in Manila, they have to Manila, Manila, and like probably Cebu maybe. Because what happens is in Manila, the reason why there's a lot of bars on windows, and also probably Cebu too, and a lot of other places, the Shabu epidemic. It's from the Shabu epidemic. What
What do
happened
you
is
mean bars on windows?
people trying to break in your house. People
Okay.
think about people in Shabu, they're like crackheads. They're breaking in your house to
There's
go
like
get
that here
whatever
in
they
the in
can.
in the province too,
Yeah,
guys.
too. Yeah, yeah. People gotta have that because
If you
people.
can, yeah. Sorry. Yeah,
Okay,
continue,
okay,
continue.
okay.
No, I'm just gonna add because not only windows, even in their main entrance, they're connected their door with a gate and connected
Mhm,
to the roof already, just to be safe. There's a lot of like that in Manila, right,
mhm.
babe? You said, "Oh my, this is crazy." We walk around.
Yeah.
Jana is walking for the whole Pasig because we do like walking for 20,000 steps, almost not every day, every other day or every 3 days. And then we see like, oh my gosh, the houses and everything. It's crazy.
Mhm.
They're really like careful.
So Steve also said, I live in Yonkers, Jay. Can I get your email to drop your line when I visit because I travel there every year for business? Yeah, the Black Filipino at gmail.com. You can see it on my in the channel too on under the video.
Yeah.
So stay in mind, I love the Filipino culture.
And then Link is speaking Tagalog here. Upang maging mga lalaki, dapat tayo maging responsable sa pasulong ng panlalakbay. Link, everybody is nose bleeding. I would like to translate that. It's too deep. I can translate, but
And so, um, where Penn State said, there lays the problem, K and J. If a man tells a woman in the West he wants to lead her in any relationship, she will lose her mind. That's when you
really.
know you're with the wrong woman. because usually women should want you to lead, and women should want to gotta lead too. Yeah, because so yeah, you're not with the
The,
right one.
all right. And then we have state of mindset. Yeah, you read that already. There's one that you skip here. All right. Do you want me to translate the word that Link saying? Link, did you copy this in in Google
Yeah,
Translate?
Google Translate. It's like when you
Noong
got.
bata pa ako, when I was young, everybody, lahat tayo ay may gusto sa mga bagay na makasaya. All of us like selfish things. Kapag ako at ang lahat ng sa amin ay na nakakarinig, naging isang tao namin ilagay ang layo bata tulad ng mga ba. When I was when all of us is hearing it, and then naging isang tao, when you become a man, you put yourself lagay ang layo bata tulad because translation is different when you put it in
Mhm,
it's super deep when you put it in Google Translate. The translation is gonna be different, but I think it's talking about when you grow up, you become a man, and then you stop being, loving the selfish ano to, stuff, like you stop loving things but become a
mhm,
man. And then, all right, I'm not gonna translate the rest of it. You should put translation then link.
mhm.
All right, so we have state of mind. Me too. I feel that they have awesome sense of humor.
So
From
gangster
Gummy.
encourage DJ, as long as you don't venture way off track into some place far away from anything near a tourist area, you'll be fine. Just link up with some foreigner YouTuber or local YouTuber. Well, the thing is, you'll probably be fine everywhere. You just need to know where you're going. Um, but you'll be fine everywhere, anywhere. Like even if you're in Manila, and what happened with me and Kay? Me and Kay will be in Tundo early in the morning, 12, 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning. Nothing would happen. And this was back when it was still Shabu crazy. But
Hmm.
no, you'll be fine everywhere. You'll be okay.
Yeah, just don't wear like flashing stuff.
Yeah, as long as you're not
Just
flashing, showing off. And foreigners be
mhm.
in these areas too. There's foreigners always been in Nintendo around that area.
Maybe when you
Foreigners,
go to
black
BGC,
foreigners, white foreigners, they're all around.
wear your flashing stuff if you go to VGC, some place like that. But if you're going to Tondo or some place like secluded, just dress regular,
Hmm.
so you belong. DJ Bfit, I'm planning to come out to the Philippines. Just a little nervous because I will be by myself. Oh yeah, you read that already. I don't know
Hmm.
anyone. And then we have State of Mind. Manila is the spot, especially if you from the city. I have nothing in common with coats and pigs.
Yeah, my goats, goats and pigs.
Go out. Okay, goats and
Yeah.
pigs. Sorry. I didn't correct reading it. Okay, guys, keep liking. Thank you so much, guys. We have 98 viewers now, but keep liking the live stream. Yes, and you are more than welcome. Okay, I'm just gonna skipping the you guys talking. I'm loving it out here from State of Mind. I think
Oh,
State of
that's
Mind
good,
is in the
man.
Philippines right now.
Yeah. Touchdown 3 weeks ago. You still
Mm.
can't sleep. Yeah, I'm surprised you in alive. Wow.
I know.
Surprised
Where
you're
are
in
you
here.
right now, State of Mind? Are you in Manila? I think he's in Manila right now.
Yeah, probably.
And then State of Mind, that is how I always felt.
Hmm.
IMO
And
is in my opinion. Thank you so much,
okay.
Sergio. In my
Oh,
opinion,
okay.
Papa.
No, be Taladua. The Filipina in the house. How you doing?
Hello, we have a girl here. We have three girl power. Yes, I'm happy you guys are here.
Yeah. And
All right, he
so,
was
when does
asking.
the jet lag go away? That gangster gum in me. Should be gone by now. Well, oh, it was different for me because when I came over here, I was instantly working New York time, so I never really had to. It was wild, when I changed up when I stopped working overnight for like about a year ago. That's when I switched my time up. It was crazy. I got off the jet lag. It took me 5 years.
But you will used to it. Just start sleeping a little bit. If you sleep right now, if you
Hmm.
sleep at 4 a.m., start sleeping at 3 a.m. until you
Yeah,
go to the right time.
yeah,
Just take it easy. Just enjoy especially if you're in Manila, just enjoy nightlife there if you can go around. Or I don't know. I don't know if you
yeah.
want to enjoy the nightlife, but anyway, I don't know why I'm suggesting that.
Hmm.
I was in Singapore while in the Navy. The streets are so clean. Is that the standards of yes, of the government?
Yes.
Yes, Stephen,
They
also
have
they're very
cameras on every
strict.
block. It's a police city. They have cameras on every street out there, and those cameras work too. It's like New York City. And so Garrett said, men like Lincoln Gangsta Gumby are definitely in high demand. They bring many travel and talent experiences to the table. Congrats, dudes. And so Gangsta Gumby said, "Oh, I thought you meant something else, state of mind."
And then we have
Actually,
I
it
just
wasn't
want
like that. It wasn't like that. I thought that you weren't able to smoke, but people were smoking out there. I didn't see anybody throwing trash though. I didn't see that, but I don't think they're lashing people though for throwing trash. From what I heard, it wasn't like that when I went there. Right, kid? It
well
wasn't like
actually
nowhere near.
JNA was scared like, oh, like you know because they're like it's not allowed to do this do that, and I see
Yeah,
the guys like smoking because we're
yeah.
around like the red city district with
Hmm.
red district, and then there's a lot of Indian there, they're just smoking. Oh my gosh, the umbrella is so expensive. Guys, one more thing, if you're visiting Singapore, make sure you have the socket, what do you call that, the three socket, because some of
Yeah.
the hotel that we stay in, because maybe it's an old hotel, they have no
Hmm.
three socket. It's different there and it's too expensive. So before you come, make sure you have extension.
Hmm.
Because they're, what do you call the socket in the ano? The wall socket is not
Extension.
really.
Yeah. It needed to convert it. I think we
Let me
have
just
one
get
here.
it. I'll show you it right
Yeah.
now. Wait lang.
Sure. But Steve also said, I heard Mindanao's is the safest island. Is that true? Well, no, actually, it's not. It's the Val City. And Mindanao, actually, it was worse for a while because of the terrorism that happened there. But it's not. The Val City is the safest city. Um, the safest island, I don't know. I still wouldn't say Mindanao. The safest island probably would be Manila or Cebu. But the
This
safest
one.
city out here is Davao City. That's because of the Duterte. The Duterte wasn't playing out there. Before the Duterte became president. He made Davao like that. He ruled with an iron fist, and it helps because out there actually it's smoke free. Davao City is the only smoke free place in the Philippines. So if you want to be smoke free, go out to Davao City. Safe, smoke free, and it's the safest city and it's smoke free. I guess they could say consider it the healthiest city now. So Henderson, North Carolina, I guess that's what you guys are talking about. So Gangster said my time in the shipping industry has given me a lot of travel experience.
Mm. This is what I'm
So
talking about, guys. But it doesn't look like this. There, it's like it's different. It's not exactly the same, but it's like this, guys. You need to make sure you bring like this because their socket there in the wall is different, and it's like we actually go to the store. We need to go to the store just to buy this, and
mhm,
we need to work that time, and it's crazy. So just make sure after that, when we travel, we bring like this, just in case, and we also bring of course iron and also extension. We always have extension
mhm.
because you never know.
And so
Where are
Maria
you?
said, been in Singapore 4 times. I was mistaken for Malay. K must be hiding from K there.
No, it's not. I'm just joking, sis.
And so
I was just joking.
K Reeves said USA is worse. Many folks have. Yep, that's true. True.
Garrett said, Gamsa took the risk of the high seas, and look at him now. Do not sleep on him and lay place. You will be blessed. And nobody you know, maybe nobody I know, do you know? Hi,
Hmm.
everybody. Houdini here from Germany. Hello,
What's going on?
nobody you know. Hello, thank you for dropping by. And then we had Gansa, you guys, he said, Garrett, I think they should probably sleep on me. I don't think I will be able to travel anymore by the looks of it.
Oh, you don't want
And
to get
then
vaccinated.
Garrett said, Kerry putting down the USA truth, hence why we are living in masses.
Hmm.
And then Gregor K8 haven't been there in a while, but is biking touring and just transportation biking starting to be big.
Mm,
Mm,
no, not really. People
it
still
is,
driving
but
cars.
no, biking touring. I think he's talking about like you can ride a bike and there's a tour guide. We're gonna they do that in around Intramuros. I see that when you go to Airbnb, they still have the biking where you're gonna book with a tour guide and they're gonna tour you around Manila, or not around Manila, the specific place you can visit. There's a bike touring. When it comes to transportation, they also like agency who help you if you go to Boracay and
Hmm.
you go to Davao, specific places here, tourist destination. If that's your question, Gregory K. The transportation, um, or he's talking about riding a bicycle, right?
Yeah. So guys, I understand high cost of killing many. And Gangsta Gumber says Singapore is expensive because it's the NYC of Asia. It's true, other than Hong Kong. You're right about that. Other than Hong Kong, it is the NYC of Asia. And also, that's the ain't that the top shipping port in the world, right? Is it in Singapore? Well, I think it is. Gangsta, right? Gangsta Gumber, that's the top shipping port in the world.
It's
I
crazy
think
there
Singapore.
too.
Yeah,
What's
I seen it. I
the
seen it where it was. The shipping port is crazy.
no, the tourist destination there that we went to? Like, there's a lot of lights. I forgot.
I
The
forgot what that is. I loved it there
I
though.
we went to the restaurant there, and then there's no free water, guys. So I was like,
Yeah.
because the water is expensive. It's not really expensive. It depends where you're gonna buy. We actually get it cheap because we are around the corner of like mini Divisoria there.
Hmm.
So we went to the restaurant and he said, "Can you have the free water?" And then after we order their delicious menu there, and then I was
Yeah, it
like,
was
"Sorry,
delicious.
there's no free water. You need to buy a water." I was like, "Oh my gosh, there's no free water here
Yeah.
in the restaurant."
It was good though. I enjoyed my trip. I enjoyed the food.
Jay wanna be
Um,
back there, but maybe in
when
stay
we
in a different place.
because when we did our country tour, we went to Singapore, Malaysia, and Thailand. So all the food was good everywhere we went. Right, kid? It was like all those countries, everything was good there. I enjoyed everything. You know, some
And
things can be a little off, but it was still
Stinky
good.
Dave has question for me. Musta J and K. Happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day, Stinky Jade. Stinky Dave. Maybe this question is more for K. I told my GF in Philippines that I was going catfishing in Kentucky for 10 days. There was no internet there unless. Where is your continuation of your message? Unless what? Oh my gosh.
Unless
How
we, I
can you
don't know.
answer? Unless, guys, please complete this. I'm joking. Well, I don't know what your question is. Maybe because the when you type in YouTube, there's limited, limited number
Yeah,
of
yeah.
letter
Finish
only.
typing it. Yeah.
So we will finish it later after. Okay, Sir Urindov said, okay, you guys talking to each other. Still looking for the right man from Maria Josefina Coloma. So, Sis Joji, Miss Coloma is still single and looking for the right man.
Okay, okay.
Siben asked, the women I met I have spoken to in the Philippines are great, but do the Filipino men realize how good their own women are?
They do, but they get the top pick of the litter. I'm telling you guys, they do because they're
The
from here.
sad thing is, they're already in a relationship, and the girl know they're in a relationship sometimes. They still, date them because they're like, okay, so it's like it's both fault. That woman who's, a mistress, I call I hate girls like that. Like, you don't like other people to do that to you, but you do that to other girls. And that's
Hmm.
okay. So I really feel sad, but I think it happened in any culture. It's not only in the Philippines. So
No, it's agriculture. Yeah,
yeah, it's not only here, guys. So
that's the one thing that it's like all of it. All of this stuff is agriculture. So
mm-hmm.
guys gotta be careful. Like just because we make these videos, and I mean you're gonna come to the Philippines and your woman may still cheat on you. You know, so it's with every culture. And so guys are gonna be okay. Never mind. I'm forgetting Shanghai, Tokyo, Yokohama. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to visit Japan. That's what I'm telling you. Then pandemic happened. We're supposed to visit
Yep.
Japan, guys,
We didn't
and we
finish
are
our world tour we were gonna make
world
over here by
world
Southeast Asia.
tour,
No, because I still want to get
world
K. I want to
tour.
get K out to Mexico and to all those places too. I still want to take her to places, take her to Africa, you know. But guys, with the way the world's going now, that may not happen.
Yeah. And then
Hmm.
we have Gangsta. Okay, you guys talking to each other now. I'm just gonna skip you that, guys. I'm just gonna go down. And then
So say
Gangsta Gummy Bear
facts.
said, yeah, sorry,
Good,
sorry,
good,
go ahead.
good, good.
Gangsta said their train system can get you anywhere in the country. Very organized in getting you when you need to go. There's
Hmm.
a little India and Singapore. It's enormous from Gangsta
Yeah,
Gummy Bear. Where is that? Yeah, can you read that, man? You want me to
yeah.
read
I
it?
seen that link. I seen that. Uh, I would nah. You don't. You're gonna read it. I need to go back up to it though because I lost a lot. No, but link is talking about. I went down a little bit. Let me see. I gotta read. I gotta read some gig so we can go faster. So Gareth, I love
Okay.
how Kong. You are correct. Very expensive, in my opinion. I know what Miss is talking about. Um.
That's IMO.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. In my opinion. Okay, she's explaining what that's out. So the train system. You read that already. Okay.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So now follow your dreams if you can, while you can, before they shut down travel with the climate change and net zero carbon. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's coming soon. That's
Yeah.
coming soon. And so, Steve also said respect and security in a relationship is what the women say they are seeking, not so much looks when it comes to foreign men. That's true. That's true. And so, Link said, I believe what's behind the cheating over there is simply the temptations are so strong over there. Man's a beautiful woman, and if the man is weak, he falls for the temptations and falls every time. It's so true. And so,
And it's not.
Darius,
It's,
yeah, yeah,
it's not only man is weak. You need to know what you want. That's why that's the little boy do.
yeah, yeah.
If you know what you want and this is the girl you want, whatever temptation is not gonna it's not gonna follow. But I agree with him. There's
Mhm.
a lot of pretty Filipina.
And Darius said the various vloggers have bars installed in their windows and air conditioners so
Mm.
people can't push them in to get into your house, even in gated communities. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. And so Barbero is always alive in the PI. They're not all are some sweet talkers. That's
Baba
true. And
Ego. I think it's Baba Ego.
yeah, Barbero, yeah. And so
There's like
thanks for mentioning about what the
mhm.
Filipino think about being insecure in a relationship.
Okay, thanks Murphy Hayes. Thank you for dropping by. Safe
Yes.
travels, man. Good luck. I'm going after I get our Jeep back. Send boxes and then send me after. This is for
Cool.
Garrett. Fully boosted and ready to travel, Dari. What up, Sir Bona? Okay, okay. I'm just gonna skip you guys. I don't know what Jay is running out of time.
Steven, you are correct on both points. Email Jay your number or email address and we can chat later. To Filipino languages are my absolute favorite to hear. Such beautiful languages. And so We Are Penn State said, Jay, do y'all still do the food giveaways and outreach stuff in the area? I enjoyed seeing y'all helping people. Almost had me tearing up a couple of times. No, we don't do it here. See, what happens is around the whole Philippines, you're not gonna find much people in need. You have to really search for it because the people in need you won't know because in the province they're on a farm somewhere and they're really in need or not in a farm. They're like desolate somewhere in a house in a
They're really
province
hard
area,
working here too. Like they
and they're
don't.
trying. Yeah,
Mhm.
and they're trying, so you would never know.
I was telling Jay we can do prank with because everybody needs money, especially right now the gas is so high. I was telling Jay we can prank the what do you call this? The driver, the delivery. There's like a grab here, but it's not a grab. And then act like we're gonna order and give them some food and get some extra money
Oh
so
no,
that
he's
they
talking
can
about
help
though
you.
like the other ones we did back
Yeah,
in
I
the day.
know, but
But you know
it's
what
also helping.
that was around when we did that. That wasn't around the time. That was Shabu time. I think a lot of the stuff with people in the street, like they had families where their father was on Shabu or and drove a jitney or a trike bike. It was wild in Manila. And what happened, what Filipinos would say, and it was true, you would have a lot of people that would be from the province that would go stay and struggle in Manila and just deal with it and struggle there and be like that in Manila, but have
Maybe
homes in the province. But still, they still poor. So That didn't matter to me.
Yeah, maybe we're gonna do that too in the future, especially if we find some, like a barangay or some place like help, really need help, right, babe? Like you really need to
Hmm.
go there and talk to the. It's not like we do in Manila, like we go around and give away some fruits.
Hmm.
But if we find some like a place here, because there's also everybody needs, not everybody have money, especially right now what's happening. So
Hmm.
if maybe we need to find a place where we can give away, rice or not rice, I mean food, or that they can eat for a while. If there is like a typhoon or something, we can do that stuff like that, and we love doing it. Jay and I will love doing it, right, baby?
Hmm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We love. I mean, the way that people received us, it was always great. I really had fun doing it.
Mm-hmm.
I really enjoyed doing it.
And we don't vlog all the time, guys. You that didn't see it all the time,
That is
but we
true.
will
I
do
didn't
that.
vlog a lot of stuff. A lot of
Mhm.
stuff I didn't vlog. Even I even did it after that. Didn't vlog it. Like I've done it even out here a little bit, somewhat, and didn't vlog it. Like because you can't show all of that stuff all the time.
Mhm.
You know, you just do it.
And then we have Stephen also. Women in part of the U.S. want to wear the pants. Do you think it's because of their upbringing? I don't see that with Filipinas. You see it?
Um, it is the upbringing. You know what happens is men were pushed out years ago. Men were pushed out of the home. Um, women. What happened with the welfare system. The welfare system and also the not the welfare, just the welfare, the welfare and food stamp system. It pushed men out of the home, and that was to separate the man from the woman, and to make the woman feel independent. Because women actually were like, they would move guys out to get the free food and free. They would give them free stay with welfare, and that really divided a lot of families. Unless a guy was super rich, if a guy was just poor and hanging on, he was pushed out of the home, and it happened, and it happened in black communities, white communities, all communities, and men and women separated more, and then women kept feeling, I don't need men because women got more shelter when it comes to even staying in, even when they're homeless. Homeless men don't even get the same treatment in the U.S. So yeah, it was wild.
Mhm. And then we have Morphy said, I got myself in trouble with numerous times using Google Translate.
Yeah,
Because Google Translate they translate differently. Sometimes the translation is so deep, and Filipino doesn't really use that deep conversation, but it's
yeah.
also translate differently. Sari
Hmm.
Zarbi said, Filipinos like to be led by their men. It doesn't mean you can take advantage of them. Love and respect is what they want from their men. I
Yeah,
agree.
it's true. It's true.
Dari said, the cab drivers will take advantage of you in Manila if you let them.
Actually, they got better now.
Mm-hmm.
Now, guys in Manila, believe it or not, you can take a cab anywhere, even as a foreigner. They're
Mm-hmm.
going to put on. They have to now. It's like a law or something that was passed, and the reason why it was passed, it was because of Will the Silver's sister. She did a video on a cab when she came out the airport, and after that, every cab has to put on a meter. So now when you come into Manila, you say meter, please. You don't have to say it
Yeah.
because they put it on right away.
No, no, you need to ask first for the meter, because if they say no, do not ride with them. The
Yeah, don't
last time
ride
we
with.
visit
Yeah, don't ride with
Manila,
them.
that was this month only. And then this, remember that we I supposed to book Grab, because Grab is so expensive now because of the gas.
Just the
So
gas. Yeah,
taxi is very
it's
affordable,
cheaper.
but
Yeah.
you need to be careful because sometimes it's too hot too. It doesn't turn on the aircon. It's smelly. It's dirty. But there's also good taxi driver. And then we ride, and
But
it was
you
the
know what
guy.
he did though? The guy charged 50 extra.
Yeah, 50 extra. He said,
Yeah,
"Ma, I'm gonna drop you. I'm gonna charge extra 50 because
that
it's the
was
gasoline." I said,
that's fine. Yeah, that's fine.
Kuya, you gotta turn on. I talked to him. Kuya, you gotta turn on the meter. He said he is, and we're just gonna add additional 50. I said okay, as long as you turn on the meter is fine with me, and 50 pesos is fine. So you
Yeah,
just need to talk to
and
them.
he
Do
did.
not just ride, because guys, while you're riding, you cannot let them stop. You need to talk to them before you ride. You need to because some of them is really like gonna take advantage, but it's not too much anymore.
Yeah, not for, it's
Some
nowhere near what it used to be.
you need to be wise too when you're traveling, you know. And then, ganang sa gabi, don't fool yourself. Don't go wandering off everywhere at nighttime.
Of
And
course not.
then, oh,
Yeah,
state of
definitely not.
mind is in Parañaque, Manila. Okay,
Mhm.
welcome to the Philippines. I mean, I think you've been here, but we are Penn State 76. I always travel solo dolo and never had an issue. Just don't be out like Mr. T showing all your Jewel standard street smart still apply everywhere. I
Yeah,
agree. That's everywhere, not only in the Philippines. So
like and like, but yeah, times I was out at night, it was tons of people out. I don't go in places like I'm not gonna go to a dark alley in Tundo somewhere. You know, every time I went out in Tundo, it was tons of people outside. So yeah, definitely don't just go everywhere.
yeah, yeah, guys, keep liking the like button, guys. Thank you so much, Garrett. And then we have links at Jay. Go and find this on YouTube, bro. It's going down in our country, and it's not pretty. Black women say no men show up to this single mixer,
I
and doesn't
seen
really
that.
said why.
I seen that. They had a singles mixer. No men showed up. No men showed up.
Oh, really?
It-
Wow,
yeah,
that's
it's
crazy.
getting bad. It's getting bad, babe. Men are really giving up. Men are giving. You know what's crazy? You seeing up because now men are getting their passports, and men are going to Dominican Republic. Men are going to Mexico. It's sad, man. It's sad. I feel bad for the woman there, but I don't because I feel bad for the women that are still good for the guys. You know, because even they're missing out. Because there's women that are good that are missing out because of what other modern women did. That's crazy.
I really don't understand why foreigner wanna. Before I don't understand why foreigner wanna date a Filipina and they're moving to the. I I
You
understand
know,
now
yeah.
when I start
Mhm.
when Jay is always watching the show
She
like
started watching.
that,
Can't watch the
and I
stuff
was
I
like,
watch. That's how
oh
I
my
seen
gosh,
that same video. Who
why
was that?
girls
Say the
like
link.
that?
Link. That's how I seen that on YouTube. I watched all of that content. Right.
Mm-hmm.
I watched all that content. I seen it earlier today. It's on my YouTube timeline. And so I'm like, yeah, wow. I seen that today. I'm like, wow. They had a singers mixer. I see it from Chisha said. They had a singers. They had a singles mixer, and no men showed up. And I
Mm.
said, wow, a singles mixer, no men showed up. You know what that means, babe? Men have given up, and this is what's sad. This is what happened with women, and that's why it's sad. Because before I came to the Philippines, all I dated mostly was women, was black women. That's all I dated mostly, you know. And it's not even the feminism so much, because black woman is not really into that feminist thing like that. But it was the bad attitudes, right? What did it? And also, not even just that, not even just bad attitudes, none of that. Women have all went to the hostro in the states. Women have went to the hostro. All women, because what happens is a lot of times it's not said; it's just done. And guys know. Guys know. Women are just getting dirty. Women are worse than dudes now. So guys give up. Like, why is a guy gonna go to a singles mixer, right? Why doesn't he go to a singles mixer and she's banging some other dude? Right? That's what's happening. Okay. Think about it. This is how I was back in the day, okay? I didn't take women on dates. All I did was bang women, okay? I
He
didn't take
belonged to
them
the
on
street.
dates. I
He
belong to the
belonged
streets,
to the
but
street.
that goes to show you that all the women that they belong to the streets too. I did belong to the streets, and they
He
belong to the
belonged to the
streets.
street.
And I was just banging. I didn't really take no woman on dates. I took women on dates that I was in a
That
relationship
was
with.
I was asking Jay, are you dating girls? No, you're the only one I date all the time.
And
You're
Kate
the
thought I
only
was
one I
lying.
always bring outside. We eat outside also. We always have a lot of dates and
I
go
remember
somewhere.
I met this girl in college, right? I met a girl in Hofstra. I met her first day I hit it, and that's all we ever did. And so one day I felt bad. Let me tell you guys, I used to get like epiphanies. Like I'd be like, man, I didn't take this girl nowhere, but it wasn't even really what she wanted. Like I would have felt awful if I tried to take her somewhere. But then think about it, guy. It was a guy like me. Why's a guy? Why's a guy's gonna go to a singles mixer and then maybe a guy like me be banging her that same night, and he's not hitting it? That's guys think like that now.
Mhm.
Guys are waking up. Guys are watching too much content online. It's like now guys have bigger brothers and fathers out there that haven't been around. Because me, I was lucky. I grew up with my father around. I was able to speak to him. Even right now, I can call him on the phone. And a lot of guys don't have that. So they got YouTube, and they have those guys, the older brothers and fathers, and they're learning. And now guys are learning tons. Because I'll be honest with you, even when I was younger, I didn't really know. I just did. I just treated women a certain way. I didn't know that's how you had to be. But I was the nice guy too at the time when I was younger. Every guy goes to that phase. I was younger. I was 16, 17, thinking, oh, you got to treat a woman good. And that just didn't work. And whenever I was just me, that's what worked. That's what women wanted. When I was my
Mhm.
natural self.
But
When I was
to,
just trying to be sweet.
with all that, Jay treat me so good. So
Yeah, well,
he treat me so like a queen, just like
well,
Garrett said.
well, no, because that's how guys wanted to treat women. Guys want to treat women like that, but they can't. It's
Thank you for
sad.
the super chat, Steven Austin.
Yes, thanks a lot for super chat, Steven.
Number one, yes. Thank you so much.
That's
Yes.
what happens is guys, they want to treat women good, but they can't. They can't. Philippines and Thailand. I'll be honest with you. Thailand. I said Thailand. Thailand. I keep saying Thailand like that.
Thailand.
I mean Thailand, Philippines, and Thailand.
It doesn't
Um.
matter. That's what you say it.
Well, no, it depends. It's different things. Food, Thailand. Infrastructure, Thailand. Like Thailand, when I was there, I could eat anywhere. I can't. You can't do that in the Philippines. But I like the Philippines more because of the people. It's real here. It's real
Mhm.
here. Philippines will tell you to go do something about yourself, and they'll kiss you right in your face.
And also
That's the
they
Philippines.
really
Yeah,
care for you.
they
Like
really
for
care. Yeah,
example,
it's
yeah,
different. Thailand is like
it's
so fake. It's fake out there. Like the people, you're making too much noise. They won't say nothing to you. Like Philippines, they're gonna say something. You see what I'm saying?
yeah.
That's the Philippines. That's what I'm.
I was right before, guys. I live Jeremiah Ho. I was a teacher in Thailand for 4 years. I was riding a bus sometimes, and then the bus is, when you're riding a bus. Of course, if it's in the province, they stop for a long time to pick up some passenger, and this is too long. I was like, everybody doesn't care. They just like relax, and then they're talking so low, and I was like, P, I can speak Thai a little bit already, so I was P, Pai na, like let's go now, like what's going on? Why are you taking forever? I was really gonna speak up because they really doesn't, and also we have some. I know some Thai people that they're speak at the back of you, like, so that's why when I was there I never add anyone on my Facebook account. But after I left the school, I have a lot of friend requests on Facebook. Even the parents wants to add me, and then I accept their ad. Most of the parents I met in Thailand, because I was a kindergarten teacher, they're all very nice, they're very sweet. But when we went to Krabi and we have a problem with the motorcycle we rented, they're treating us so bad. I was so upset. And
Yeah,
then I can speak Thai, but I'm not really perfectly like I can straight speak Thai. I just have some words that I know, and they really treat us so bad. Then I was really upset
yeah.
that time. So it's
For
like if
me,
it's in the
for me,
Philippines, at least they're not gonna. It's not too much like that. It depends on the situation, but yeah.
yeah, no, that was crazy in Thailand. But for me, the most part, being honest, it feels this way too. Um, Infrastructure, food,
Food,
even the
grocery, cost of living is
cheapness
cheap
of living.
in Thailand. I love it there.
Yeah, everything. Kay lived out there for years, and I seen it myself. And she explained it to me.
That's
But
my
then when I
second
was
home,
there,
guys. Thailand is my
when
second
when I,
home.
when I was there with her, the times I stayed there, and then she had me in the store, and I seen it because I was living in the Philippines. So we was in the store, and we was getting food, and like the mangoes, everything was cheaper. And I was like, man, everything is so cheap. And she was like, see, I told you.
And
You
the
Kay
place
kept
there
saying,
is big,
listen.
guys.
And Kay was rooting for it. Like, don't be wrong. Like we
Oh,
was, I
they
was just.
said no, it's not cheap here. I was like, baby, I
And
was
then I seen it.
grocery.
I seen it.
Whenever I have
Yeah,
my salary, I buy grocery. I make
I
my
seen what
cart
she said.
full for only 1,500 baht, and it's
I
full
seen what she
already.
said. I seen what she
And
said.
it's
And
like
then when we
it's
did it,
crazy.
and what's 1,500 baht? What's that like? 2,000?
Now
How much
maybe
pesos is
one
that?
eight. maybe
maybe two
2,000 now,
thousand.
2,000 pesos or
That's
1.8.
still cheap. That was
And
still
I'm
cheap.
alone. So
So yeah, man, I seen it when me and Kay went shopping, and we spent little to no money, and we came out with bags full of groceries. We came out with like 10 bags, 20 bags full of groceries.
less than 1,000 baht, and
Yeah,
you have a lot of
and
stuff already. That time, that I don't know
yeah,
now, guys, how much it costs now, but
mhm.
when we went there 2018, I stayed there. I lived there from 2011 to
It's probably the same, Kay.
2015.
Probably the same. Because you know why? You
Yeah.
want to know why? What's happening in U.S. It's happening in other countries too. But
Mm-hmm.
the gas prices haven't hit the Philippines. It hit the Philippines heavy because Philippine gas is more in the Philippines, and probably Thailand too. It's more than it is in U.S. It's when you equal up the gallon, because it goes by liters here. So it's like 97 per liter, which is way more than U.S. Probably not way more, but it's more than the price of New York, which is crazy. It's right at the price of New
Mm-hmm.
York and California.
Thank you
So
for the super
they should
chat,
put
Malik
that.
Welly. He said, "Do
Leave
they work
this.
on American cars over there? And is it
Yes,
expensive?
yes, no,
Jeep and Fords or foreigns looking to ship a vehicle from Malik Welly."
no. They do work on the cars, and it's depending on the car. Depending on the car, like say for instance, well actually they have the dealerships here too, so you can go to dealership, and it will be cheaper than going to the dealership in your country. But
Mm-hmm.
that's usually you'll be in a city or not just the city. They have them, and you have to find a dealership. They're in some provinces, like and they have some dealerships over here by here. But I live close to Manila, so that's different.
This
But
what
if
you're
you live
gonna
in
do,
Manila, yeah, you can
Malik.
find a dealership.
Yeah, sorry to catch up, babe.
Yeah, go go.
Malik, search if the car that you're looking for may be available or maybe not,
Hmm.
but also look on how much to ship a car. If it's worth it, if you think it's worth it, then ship it or maybe just buy a car when you get here. So it's still depend on you, but just do your research about the prices. Because you can also get a car here, but it may be more than what you buy in the US. But yeah.
Malik Kwali. Hold on, let me see. I gotta answer Gunsing over first. It police state tons of rules. Be careful not bringing sensitive entitlement to Singapore. You get locked up and fined quick. You have to carry a track with you in Singapore. Yeah, I know. But when me and Kay was out
You get
there,
lost.
we got low. But no, it was nothing like how we kept hearing, right, Kay? There, it wasn't. It wasn't like tons of rules being enforced. People were smoking cigarettes, throwing stuff in the street. People throwing not a bunch tons of trash. The street was decent because we were in the city, like being in Manila,
It's
and it was
super
clean.
clean.
Yeah, it was clean. But cigarette butts were everywhere. But that was fine because the street was clean. Besides
My
cigarette butts.
favorite there is the train because you can go
Yeah.
anywhere. We went to Universal Studio in the train. It's
Mhm.
really nice.
And
And
so
then
Malik, I gotta answer Malik real quick because
okay.
Malik said, "Do Filipinas like hip hop culture? I'm bringing all my
Mm,
Jordans with me there." Malik, let me tell you
they
something.
do.
Malik, Filipinos. Let me tell you how it is here. You know how you got sneakerheads in the states? It's the same thing in the Philippines. You have Filipinos that wait online for the Jordans. Me and Kay seen it in the mall, right, Kay? The new Jordans dropped. Filipinos was in the mall
BGC too. In BGC they have like
lines. It blew my mind. I was like, "Yo, is this the states?" But it
just
was nothing
don't
like
bring
the
it
states
to
though.
just
People weren't
don't
fighting. People were all peaceful. It was cool. That was the difference. It was like they were all waiting in line, peaceful, like no fighting over Jordans. It was beautiful.
why in
Malik,
in US they're fighting for it.
yeah, they fight over
Oh.
they fight over Jordans in U.S. Yes, they fight on Black Friday. Yes, they don't do that here.
Mm.
I've seen all of it. I've seen Black Friday lines. I've seen not Black Friday lines, but I've seen Jordan lines, and I've seen like when there's like deals, certain deals. Nobody's fighting. Nobody's pulling hair. It's
But don't
peace.
worry, Malik. Just don't wear your your Jordans when you are in Tondo or somewhere else. But if you
No,
go
he'll be
to
fine.
BGC,
He'll
you
be
can wear
fine.
your
No, babe,
or
he'll be
somewhere like in
fine.
the city.
No, he'll be fine. He'll be fine in Tendo. He'll be fine with because that's closed. Nobody's. It's not like the '90s. Somebody gonna take your A-ball jacket.
Yeah, that's true. But
If anybody knows from the '90s, they
I
know what I'm
don't think
talking
you're gonna
about.
go to Tondo anyway.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, he'll be fine.
This
And
is
also,
gonna take care.
Filipinos are into hip hop culture here. There's Filipinos that like Jordans too. You'll be fine. Yeah, yeah, I'll be.
Marpy Hay said, "I will be in Cebu October. Can't wait." Yes. Happy trip, Morpy. And then we have here, guys. I'm just gonna skip you guys. Jeremiah Hope,
Also,
phone
too, they have
plug
they
in
have they have
gross.
they have also have they have dancing crews here in the Philippines. They hip hop to the death. They have
Mm-hmm.
dancing crews in the Philippines. The best dancing crews are Filipino. You know, Jabberwockies is half Filipino. Half of them are Filipinos. Like
Mm-hmm.
hip hop is big
Jay
there.
watched the video
No,
yesterday, guys.
yeah, I watched it yesterday.
It's
They
at the
have
NBA game.
yeah, they Jabberwockies did it in the Golden State for Golden State. They was dancing, but
Mm-hmm.
also too they even have battle rap here, which I haven't seen yet. I haven't gone and seen a battle rap. They have it in Manila all the time, and I have yet to see it. I wanted to see it, but I haven't.
And
But
then we have Kamal Henderson. North Carolina is where gang shootout happened. Yeah, that's the
yeah,
one
yeah,
we see
yeah.
last time.
We were watching
And
last night.
then Mindanao is very dangerous from Garrett. It depends on which part of
Yeah, it
Mindanao,
depends.
but
Well,
it
actually,
depends.
it's like half. Mindanao is the safest, most dangerous place in the Philippines. Because if you anywhere about like the Val area, it's the safest place. You
Mm-hmm,
go to the outskirts into the mountains, most dangerous place. So it's like it's a mixture of both.
mm-hmm.
But all the whole Philippines is like that. Because if you go to the islands out here, it's dangerous. Not
That's
islands,
like
you know.
Gang Sagami Bear said. Mindanao had the tourism for a while, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
When our ship was transiting between the Philippines to Indonesian border, we need to coordinate safe passage with Philippine Port Authority and military. And
yeah.
Derek Will said those adapters are a bad fire hazard.
Hmm.
Yeah, it depends
Depends on
because
which ones you get too.
yeah. Because the one we're using, we bring it
What you using?
everywhere we
Yeah.
travel, and then it's fine. It depends. State of mind, you're gonna mess up your Jays out here at Malik. You're gonna run them into something for sure. To something like a mud.
Yeah, yep.
That's the Gummy Bear Malik. No one in Asia is as on board with US music than Filipino. Yes, that's
Exactly.
correct. Filipino love
Filipinos
everything.
are
Filipino
very.
adopt every like most of the
But
culture, guys.
from
Travelers, they're all
US,
travelers.
they're
Yeah.
most influenced by us. I've seen it firsthand, man. Like I told you guys, like you think I'm lying when I went to the mall and they was playing Cardi B WAP. Guys, it was wild. And I said to Kay, I said, Kay, you see this? And Kay seen it. I was like, Kay, you hear what they playing? Kay was like, yeah. Because I always said Kay, I'd bother Kay. Kay, you hear they play? Yeah, I hear it, Jay. It's a WAP. It's a WAP. And the
I
girls
don't
singing
actually
it.
know the song. Just because they're singing it like half of the song, like
Yeah,
I don't cook, I don't clean, but here's what I didn't know the song until we do the Asa Filipina video. I really don't
yeah.
know the exact song because I was just hearing it in TikTok, and then they're like they choosing the short part of it.
No, but this how I knew because this is what I was talking about the what Malik Khalees talk about. And I'm telling him it's not. I don't think these women were just straight like that because they listened to the words and they knew the words and they sung the words. But that woman probably had a husband and kids at home. You see what I'm saying? Since you saying I don't cook, I don't clean, and probably knew what Cardi B was saying and everything. But she probably doesn't. She don't. She go home and cook and clean for her husband, has kids. That's the Filipino way. Like she just likes the music. I, so that's how it is. Okay, I can't hear you.
Stephen Alston, I'm new to your child. Do you have children? We don't have kids yet, but Jay has a kid with
Yes.
his ex. That's already my kid too, because we're married.
Yes.
So yeah, we don't have a kid yet. Dari, I want to visit El Nido, Palawan, and some of the other out of the way nice island. Yeah, Palawan is good, and also
It
Coron,
is.
Dari.
Yeah, we went
And
to Coron.
Stephen Alston, why Duma, Dari? And then, okay, I'm just gonna skip you guys. Nogomo, good morning from Mindanao. Hello, Nogomo. He's in Mindanao. Let's ask Nogomo, guys. Don't ask us. We never
Oh,
been
but
to
it's safe. It's
Mindanao.
safe in the Gomo out there. Also, too, we know it's foreigners that stay out there that are good. It's not Mindanao is not
We have
dangerous. It just
also
depends where you
YouTuber
are.
friends there in Mindanao.
Mindanao is very peaceful. Yeah.
And then guys, Sagami Bears, tons of shipping over there. The traffic lanes of ships going to Singapore, Malaysia area is the closest thing I have ever seen to real cars on water like an interstate. And
Hmm.
then Gareth said Charlie loves R&B from her late pops listening to it. Are songs you make me feel you make me feel brand new. And all I see is you and anything Ice T, Brother, Filipinas, and very romantic. Charlie fits the bill. Wow.
Mhm.
Dari, Steve, not quite. Duma. Okay, you guys talking to. I'll just skip that. James Webb, hello. Hi, I love your child. I was lucky enough to meet a lovely Filipina here in the UK. I met her after I was given her number by her friend who I was friend zoned after a successful Tinder date.
Oh wow,
That's crazy.
you got friend zone.
Unsuccessful Tinder date. There you go, Dari. Good luck with that, Garrett. That's funny. Girls sa Gummy Bear, they do but lots of Filipino pass on Filipino men. The women feel the most Filipino men are broke, which is sad.
I don't think that's the true. You know, I'm gonna tell you guys how Filipinos are. Because for the most part,
I'm gonna
actually,
join
what's
back.
the
Wait
gummy
lang.
bear? Most Filipinos want to date Filipino men. They don't care if they're broke. Of course, you have some, but you have to think. You have to always have to think of it's a numbers thing. Most Filipinos are still gonna want Filipinos. That's just facts. Just like no matter how modern women are, right? You're gonna have most guys that are out there. That's changing. That's changing. It's changing in the states, but in the Philippines, it's not gonna change for what you're looking for. Oh, okay. But still, in the JJ said happy Father's Day. I gotta call him back. But still, in the Philippines, though, you know, most Filipinos are gonna date Filipinos, no matter how much they get cheated on, no matter how broke they are. They're still gonna take care of them. Guys, it's crazy here. You got women taking care of men, and it's a sad situation, but that's what happens. That's what happens, and women will continue to do it. But you do have situations where women are just telling the men what to do and they enjoy it, just like you have women that are dealing with the bad guys, the Pookies and the Ray Rays, and they're just telling them what to do and they happy being in that situation. That happens here in the Philippines too. The women are in toxic relationships. They stick with it because they can actually boss the man around, and they fine with that, and they deal with that cheating man, and they deal with it. You know, that's why some guys end up with a Filipino that's super jealous and they don't know why, because she's used to dealing with a cheater that's a Filipino dude, and she's scarred. Let me see. Yeah, vaping is big there. You said it right, bro. And I see, I passed some real quick, but vaping is huge. You know who made it huge? It was actually the that guy. He's my boy. I'm not cool with him like that no more. I was never really cool with him. But Kong actually was he was showing. I think he had a vape store, and he was showing the vaping, and then a whole bunch of Filipinos. I can tell. I don't think it was him. Probably not, but still, right? K with the vaping thing, it got big. Kong was vaping, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes, yes.
I think Kong bought a whole slew of kids to vape. I don't mean to put that on him, but it's probably real because he's like admired out here. He's admired out here, and kids seeing him vaping. I'm sure tons of what? How many subscribers he got? Kid, like 20 million Filipinos, 10
10,
million,
10, 10 million.
all young, some old too, because they grew up with him. Man, he started the vape culture out here because he got
Mm-hmm.
tons of kids. And if you got 10 million subs, think about it's only 120 million Filipinos. More than 10 million people watch him. Probably 20, 30, about 30, 20, 30 million. Crazy.
She said Steven has a question for Dumaguete. He has a question?
Question for them to get there.
Yeah, I know. I don't know what's question
I
of
don't know.
Steven. We
The
miss
Jala.
it. I
Go to
cannot
Jala.
see
Go
it.
to China. Go to China.
All right, so we have here go to Jala. Jala? What's Jala? Sis was
No,
Jala.
I don't know
And
what that is.
then I'm using J phone, guys, because I'm so low battery in my iPhone. I'm leaving lifetime here. I can only dream of back home. Here, I
Yeah.
can only dream of back home from state of mind. Ah, Japan. Okay, yeah, I love Japan. I want to visit Japan. Jeremiah, hello from Towson, Montana. Oh, he's from Montana. Dari, you're away from the city but have access to the amenities. Duma has a lesser chance of tsunamis. The market close to
Mm,
Square. Sikihor, is that Sikihor? Close to Square?
hmm Secure. I
Square.
don't know.
Okay, Garrett, J
Where?
Queen K wants to travel the world like we want to. Yeah. If it's easy that to travel, guys, but it's really expensive, of course, if you want to
Mhm.
travel. State of mind, how you feel, sir? Stay with mine. We're gonna make you sleep. You want me to sing a song for you so you will be sleeping soon? I'm joking. Gasagami Bear, Japan is my number one, two favorite country after Philippines. The architecture is different than anything else in Asia. Japanese people are so kind. They went hard trying to transit what I was ordering.
Yeah, I want to go there, but I won't go there unless I bring my son there.
Yeah, yeah, because this JJ wanna see.
My son wants to go to Japan.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one thing I gotta do. I'm working on getting his passport now. I'm gonna get him his passport. I'm gonna go
Mm-hmm.
pick him up. We're going to Japan. We're going to Japan. That's definitely my bucket list. I have to do that with him within the next couple years. I want to bring my son to Japan within the next year. Actually, that's what I want to do. That's one of my goals.
And then Garrett Valencia got to research it to see the lay of the land. That's true. Say mine, majority don't even know how to use a washing machine.
Yeah, she washed with the hand, right?
Vietnam visa for Manila runs is 25 USD. Not sure in Japan, but close. I think it's more in Japan, Garrett. And also you need to make sure you catch the sale on the fare sale for the airplane ticket. Okay, guys, I'm just gonna skip you guys talking to each other. Dairy food banks are normally centralized by the churches. People in need will go there to get help.
Hmm.
Is that in the US?
Yeah, yeah. It's probably in the U.S., but they probably do that here too, though. But then the churches here, Catholic churches, got all that stuff.
Mhm.
Even in U.S.,
And then
they
Brona
got their own food.
Brona said, "Stay with mine. My girl will hand wash them first and put in the washer." Wow, Jonah
That's
is
what Kay
very
does.
industrious.
Kay
Stephen
does that.
Alston, is Olongapo a good area? That's where we visited while in the Navy.
Yeah.
It is actually like,
We went there, right, Kay? We went to Longopo.
yeah, Olongapo.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
in Subic. No,
yeah,
not
yeah.
Subic. Yeah, we went to Olongapo that time when we
Hmm.
go to I forgot the name of the beach there, but anyway, we went there and it's very nice. There's also, is it Olongapo
Dirty
is
though.
where the,
It was
hmm?
dirty. It was dirty
Yeah,
that
yeah,
beach.
yeah. No, I mean
Oh,
not the beach. The beach is so dirty, but I'm talking about the place. Like they have duty free there. Is that in Olongapo, right? The duty free.
I think it is.
Yeah, it's Olongapo. Yeah.
Hmm. I forgot that was a
And
while ago.
then Gang Sagami Bear, Olongapo Subic Bay area is my stomping ground. That is what I introduced me to
Yeah,
PIU,
that is
Gang
over
Subic
there.
Bay.
Actually, it's very Americanized over there. Like
Mm-hmm.
when you're over there in that area, in that part of Subic, it's just like being in the States. That's the only thing I didn't like about it, guys. It was too much like being in the States. I was like, man, right here, I was like, I feel like I'm in US. Like the way the stores were. Only thing though, it was good. That was a more put together part. That's a very put together part of the Philippines. It kind of gave me that Thailand feeling, right, Kay?
Mm-hmm.
It gave me that feeling with everything the way it was put together, like everything was put together good. I felt like I was in like it could be somewhere in the states. Like it was more infrastructure, I should say. It was like being in Thailand, for instance,
Yeah.
just not with the good food.
All right. So stay in mind. Yes, that's what we see. We wanted to do. Crazy told her them days over, but she still don't let her underclothes go into the washing machine. I was
Mm-hmm.
talking about the underwear. And Gamsagami Bear, good spot in Subic Bay is Liberty Sports Bar in Grill Harbor Point Mall, Texas Joe's. Head on over to Barrio Barreto. Enjoy the beaches. I never got tired of being there.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, Adriano S. Hello. It's been a long time since we see you in the chat. What's up with J and K? Hello, hello. Serio, yeah, I know, Serio. That's why I mentioned this is in the Bible. It's a child Bible verse too. Yeah, I know. When I was a child, I thought like a child. I thought like a child. I reasoned like a child. But when I become a man, I put the ways of child or behind me, or the childhood. Ano to childlike
Mm-hmm.
things behind me.
Sound like ways
Yeah, that
behind me. Yeah.
childlike ways behind me. That was in
Mm-hmm.
the, yeah, I know that, Serio. That was in the Bible. Derek will in Cebu, yes, they do, but in Manila, they still have issues. I have to fight with most drivers in Manila less than a month ago. Yeah. So that's why you really need to talk to them before you really ride. Don't ride and then ask, can you turn and see if they're gonna turn the meter. You need to ask, are you going to turn on the meter? Because you need to really firm with that. Yeah. State of mind, is she a Filipino? No, no visa needed from the Philippines. Dari, they hold you captive once they have your luggage in the trunk. They want to get more passenger going the same way, do you have to wait longer? Cab drivers. Yeah, that's why you need to really talk to them first before you ride. Do not ride and then talk and ask. You can don't do that, guys. You need to ask
Hmm.
first, or just book in a Grab. Grab is the we used that long time ago, like way back 2000. We used Uber and then we used Grab way back. So, guys, for you not to have a problem with the cab, it's only maybe 50 pesos more. Just ride a Grab, guys, and it's gonna bring you to the right direction, right destination. And I
Hmm.
don't know why you're not using Grab yet. When you go to Manila, ride a Grab. I don't know why you're gonna ride a cab. And then, stay on my. What do you mean no visa if it's okay? All right, guys. I'm just gonna skip you guys
Vaping
to
okay
talking.
there? Yes, it is okay. Vaping is definitely okay. It may not be good in Davao City though, 'cause from what I heard, there's no smoking at all in Davao City now. So
Maybe there is a not smoking in the street
yeah,
because
maybe
I'm
not in
sure
the street.
people
Yeah, maybe at home. I'm sure, but still,
home,
you
or maybe
can't
they in
smoke
the
outside.
office they have a place to smoke, or yeah.
In the office, then I have no place to smoke in the office. That's the public.
In the no in the office here in my office in.
You smoking?
And no, I'm not smoking.
I'm joking.
They have a smoking area there, and there's a place there. They're selling some food that I want to buy. I go there. I was like, oh my god, I'm dying here. Everybody's smoking. Like, I would like to go
Yeah,
to
but
that place
they're
because
not
there
gonna
was.
allow it outside though, unless they got a
Yeah, I
smoking room.
know. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I think so. Yeah, smoking area. There, women in the U.S. are becoming too demanding, acting entitled, etc.
Oh,
That's gonna be on the blog tomorrow.
yes.
And then we have Gang Sagami Bear. I haven't seen too much vaping in PI. There's a lot of people vaping now, Gang Sagami Bear.
Yeah.
A lot because even those influencer, they actually like there's a lot of stores selling vaping you know different flavor here too.
Alistair, what's going on? He said, "Woohoo! I finally get to see J and K on a live. You
Hello.
guys are an awesome couple. I have so much respect for you. Thanks, welcome, Alistair. I'm happy you get to see us too, man.
Thank you,
Thank,
Alistair Seda. Thank you for dropping by.
yeah.
And we have here Gam Sagami okay. Charles Barkley, when a man is banging you. LOL.
And so, he said, Brona said, it's there, my girl doing it. And so, Gangsta Bear said, if you hear the word pangit in Philippines, they roasted you.
Yeah, pangit means ugly,
Ariano.
guys. Ugly. Steven Alston, thank you again for the super chat. The first, yes, number one.
And so,
So
Garrett
I'm
said,
gonna ask Professor. Professor, you never meet Jonah, right? They never meet, right? They never meet yet.
I don't think so.
Answer ask Brona. Did you meet Jonah? Jump for Jonah. Have you ever met, or you met online? You never met yet.
He's coming out here. That's going to be the first time meeting, probably. I think the Information Highway is teaching some of the younger guys the ways of the world while others remain arrogant and don't want to listen.
And then Garrett said, I did my hit and run schemes in my day too. Seniors were always claiming me as a freshman. I just went with the game. Much rather just have one great loving lady. Sex was a sport in college. Wow,
It
that's a
was.
sport, huh?
So Gangsta Gun Beard said Thailand is definitely fake. Philippines has infrastructure, but it is much more debt compared to Philippines. And Steve Austin's thanking Garrett. He said, thanks, Garrett. I want to show appreciation for that time and also thank you for sharing info. I mean, Thailand infrastructure has a ton of debt, yeah. So, gangster, don't ruin Thailand before I get there.
IMO, I think the OFW in the is in my opinion now okay. In my opinion, I think the OFW is the best choice. I just couldn't find one. They much more in touch with the money part of it.
It's true.
Yeah.
And they're the ones that usually get out and go out on their own.
And
And,
Garrett Austin said, Steve, we help each other where we can. Tony and Professor have the best info normally along with the gangster comic bear.
mhm.
And then we have State of My Manila way more expensive than Mindanao. Yes, true, very, very true. All right, guys. I'm just gonna skip you guys talking. We have Gangsaga. It makes sense. It would be cheaper as a much smaller population, 69 million, versus much bigger population, 110 million. Who do you think is going to have a higher prices? Demand is higher in the Philippines. Yeah, there's a lot
Yeah,
of Filipino millions, 100 millions.
yeah, but yeah, guys, thanks for coming. We're already at 2:45. We gotta go. We gotta edit video, eat some food, and do some relaxing. But I want to thank you guys for joining the live stream today. It was it was a good one. A lot of you guys showed up. I'm happy you guys showed up. A lot of guys got to see the live stream for the first time, which I'm very proud about that. Um, I read some last ones. Dari said back in the day it would be the Corvette jackets. Filipinos can sing like nobody's business. It's crazy. Pretty much nearly on
Abigail
par
is
with Taylor's
here.
Black.
So
That's true. Abigail's here. Where's
yeah,
Abigail?
she arrived. Sorry guys if we didn't read all your comments because we also answer
Abigail's at the bottom.
comments.
I see
We
D
try
Parker
our
came
best.
in too. Let me go down. Let me go
Yeah.
down and see. I see Kamal. See
Kay
Travel Lane.
Dallas, are you here? Are you doing a treadmill right now? Answer
Joe
me.
Chinko.
Just kidding.
Joe Chinko, how you doing?
Gangster Gummy Bear likes Madam
Abigail, I
Kilay.
see you.
Actually, Gangster
Yeah.
Gummy Bear, we met Madam Kilay already.
Yeah, we met Madame Kila actually. Madame Kila, she had a bunch of people chasing her down though when we seen her. When we seen she's real popular out here. Like everybody was chasing her down. But she was cool though. She was cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she was funny. She is really funny. I like her because she's doing a lot of real talk. That's what I like because some Filipina are scared to do the real talk and
hmm
they're just gonna keep it to themselves. You know,
She
save yourself, but
she was small.
saving face ba yun, YouTube.
I, she was like 4'11", right, Kay? Madame Kila.
Yeah,
She
I'm
was
taller than
real
her.
small. She was like 4'11", 4'10", something like that. I was surprised that she was that small. But yeah,
But
guys,
she was
thanks.
I gonna do shout out.
Okay, we gotta go.
We're gonna all right. Shout out to all the members. Next time we're gonna shout out first before we're gonna do this, guys. Before I read some comments. Thank you,
hmm
guys. Any
Rebel
last
X, what's
word,
going
Kay?
on? Maximus, what's going on? I'm just saying
Maximus
what's
is
up to
late.
people. See, yeah, he was super late. The Rebel X also was super late. Jay Brown, I didn't see Jay Brown yet. What's going on, Jay Brown? He said if you do Japan, go to Osaka, Tokyo. Can be
Oh
overwhelming.
yeah.
Let me see what Maxim said. Hello, JK. Make sure you check because I heard Americans now need a visa to enter Japan. Little Province is good. Let me see who else is here that we missed. Robert Whitfield, how you doing? He said Happy Father's Day, Jay. Thank you.
And happy birthday to Jay. Advance happy birthday. His birthday is on Tuesday, guys. That's gonna be
Yes.
June 21st. Advance happy birthday to my asawa and to my husband.
hmm Yeah.
And
So
also, any last word for Kay? Yes, thank you, Jay, for asking. I'm joking. Thank you
yeah.
guys for being here for all the members. I cannot greet you today. I cannot shout you out. But for all the father that is members in our channel, thank you so much for being a member and happy
Happy
Father's
Father's Day
Day.
to all.
And
Yes.
also to the super chatters, thank you so much for our regulars for joining us. Even it's Father's Day, I know you guys will busy this today or will
Yeah.
have a date with your wife or your girl or your anyway. Happy
The
Father's Day and
kids.
thank you for being here.
Yes.
Watch
See you guys
there's a
later.
vlog coming, guys.
See you later.
Bye.
Peace
Bye,
out.
Abigail. Thanks, moderators.
Yes, and the vlog is gonna be talking about some good stuff. So check it out. See you guys later.